I mean, the
Testing,
green.
testing.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. This is mic check. Oh yeah. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Oh, okay, keep listening. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Can you hear me yet? Can you hear me? Huh. Okay. Oops. Oh, you can hear me now? Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. There's a delay. Okay, well that's good. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Listen for when I say.
Can you hear me yet? Hi Willow. Can you hear me?
You can hear that.
Hi Willow. Okay. Hi Willow. Mic check. Mic check. Oops. Hi Willow. Oh, you can hear me now? Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. There's a delay. Okay, well that's good. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, good. Okay, mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Listen for when I say.
Can you hear me yet? Hi Willow. Can you hear me?
You can hear that.
Hi Willow. Okay. Hi Willow. Mic check. Mic check. Hi Willow.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's about annoying. The whistle. Annoying.
One shot. One opportunity. Seize everything you ever wanted. One moment. What you capture. Just instant. Yeah. His palms are sweaty. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. His vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous. On the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting when he walked down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over the cloud. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad that he won't. He won't get as he knows. He won't laugh and he knows. His own back and he's close. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that and he's close.
up, guys? What up, my man?
Where you been? All your other teams?
Uh-oh. I just flew off my thing. Good thing it didn't hit you in the
He's
head.
tough. He's bullheaded. He'd have been fine.
It wouldn't hurt.
He'd have been like same expression you would have got just this one.
You ready for these guys?
I mean, so Kieran's still on a 1-game suspension left. That hurts us. Alex Perez injured. Fonzie getting over COVID. He's clear, but he's not ready to play. Those are 3 guys in our top 10. And then the replacement is, hey, we want to bring Roger to suit for one of them, and then he's hurt. So we're down 4 guys. They're full strength, but we get back who's been on COVID and is healthy now. Remember the German kid that dribbled through 3 New Mexico guys and hit that banger? He's back. He's been down for 3 weeks with COVID. He's here tonight. So, yeah, I mean, look, I think we'll be competitive, but these guys are very energetic. They're very direct. They run with the ball. Yeah, they're going to be honest. Yeah, it's a game. They're unbeaten. And so they were in MASL 1. All right, you guys sit here for a bit. Aaron will come up in a bit. Who's running this game? What time is it now? How about what I want to do is you have to run down. Let's go live at like
1, 2, 3, test, 1, 2, 3. Welcome to
Okay. I do. Yeah. These are the 2.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. 1, 2.
I believe when I was growing up that I was not the fastest, I was not the biggest, I was not the best dribbler, I was not the best shooter, I was not the best whatever. I believed that I was not the best, but I believed that I was a smart player. The indoor game was for me, man. I mean, I was like, okay, I can do this. I love playing it off the boards. I love banging into the boards. I love the physical part of it and the excitement of it. And I remember scoring a few goals. My thing was somehow I needed to get to those boards. I needed to bang on those things and I needed to celebrate. And it was like perhaps my last goal that I would ever score. And it was like that every time. And it was, that was me. To me, that goal, that particular time, it was just a highlight that I needed to express for something to come out of me. And yeah, if it's flamboyancy, absolutely, if that's what they call it, but I call it just clear excitement for the fact that that's what you get paid for.
Game-winning goal is overtime, and this is what it's all about. God, man, I'm excited. This is beautiful.
Chico Borja, born in Ecuador, raised in New Jersey, American collegiate star, member of the U.S. national team.
Absolutely not. I play hard. I played as hard as I could every single game. I don't remember having a bad game, and I don't think that's saying that I'm ego, maniac, or whatever. I never did. I play hard. I score goals. After the game, it took me a long time to recuperate from those highs that I took myself into. To realize that we had an amazing product that was community based, to see what the product was, and to see how amazing it was. How you come in Wichita, are you ready? And it just went crazy, and the people see us playing the games and hoping, and there's another season that we lost in the playoffs, and man, we get behind them again and again and again and again until it was over. But while he was there, man, he was awesome.
We still had 1,200 one time. It was pretty low. It was a doubleheader weekend. But I don't know, this year, I'm guessing probably averaging like 1,800 or something. 1,200, 1,800.
This is the first game I remember we got a gate guard. You know, reserve. Most times, I don't care.
Now with those player introductions, here is PA announcer J.B. Johnson. And now, Wichita, are you ready?
Welcome into Hartman Arena in Park City, Kansas. I'm Blake Shoemaker alongside indoor soccer veteran, coach, player LeBaron Holloman. LeBaron's going to take a break for a minute here and get situated and get his water, because we're going to have quite a crowd and quite an event going on here this evening, and expecting fireworks between the undefeated RGV Barracudas and the Wichita Wings this evening. The Wichita Wings, one loss coming from the New Mexico Runners here at home. So the Wings have shown that they're a little bit vulnerable at Park City, in Park City, at Hartman Arena, but obviously everybody dealing with COVID, not just your typical injuries and availability of players and knocks and bumps, but the COVID bug went around there for a month or so, pretty heavy around the league, around multiple sports, and you saw it in the NFL, you saw it in the NBA. It was no difference here in the MASL for Wichita. And Wichita has only one player now dealing with illness, and that player will not be here this evening. Dressed, coming back, is cleared, but is not ready to play. Alfonso Lopez is that player. Fonzie, been fantastic for Wichita in his rookie season. Wichita actually has 7 rookies on the roster. Alfonso Lopez, one of the Latino Fab Five, if you will. And Wichita, some kind of crowd here. If we could pan down here behind the goal, a broadcaster, difficult to see, but you probably see a lot going on there behind the glass, just a little bit lower. Some 200-300, maybe 400 youth players down there behind the goal, ready to come on the field for introductions. The Wichita Wings finishing up their warm-up, and RGV already in the locker room. But as we progress here towards the start of this game,
Just going to talk a little bit about the rosters. In Wichita tonight, dressing Peter Espinoza. Peter Espinoza called a few games when he's not dressing. He's the better broadcaster than I, certainly, and obviously missing Zach Light, who's been doing this for the last couple years. So Zach, hope you're having a good time wherever you're at. He's a perpetual vacationer. And tonight, Wichita's going to suit number 3, Christian Lima on defense from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Number 4, Wichita native Matt Sherrod, another Brazilian. Number 10, rookie Guilherme Oliveira. And that's also Christian Lima, both Brazilians, both rookies, both part of that Latino Fat 5 we mentioned. Number 13 from Wichita, Taylor Henry. Number 14, veteran Brent Hobson. 16, and the captain for Wichita, Kevin Tenike. Number 17, David Lucio. 18, Daniel Sack on defense. Number 19, another rookie, Juan Zamora. 21, Branson Felty, and Branson Felty is the Wings' leading goal scorer right now, and also the number 3 ranked player in the league with 13 goals. 16 goals, Miguel Flores from the Muskegon Risers, and 14 goals, Vitor Petriani from the Amarillo Bombers. And that's number 21, Branson Felty we're talking about. Now number 23, Peter Espinoza. He'll be on defense. Number 25, Jared Robbins, target man, big California kid, Jared Robbins. Number 27, another rookie from Germany, Fabio Schneider. Number 51 in goal, backup keeper tonight, Taylor Parrott. 58, Wings goal scorer, Wings goalkeeper, Stephen Hammerski. Hammerski right now 4th in the league with the .644. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Save percentage puts him 4th. Funny because he's behind Diego Arriaga from RGV with 4.0, and he's a 4-point goals a game against, where Hammerski's 6.69 and Arriaga at a 83% save percentage. And then last but not least, the Eagle on Scout Night here in Wichita, Kansas. Scout Night, Colin Lauder, the Eagle. You wonder why we nickname him the Eagle. Well, he's an Eagle Scout, and he's here on Youth Boy Scout Night. Colin Lauder will be wearing number 82 out of the midfield. Head coach Roger Downing and Kyle Lino. For the RGV Barracudas, number 1, Diego Arriaga. Number 3, Irvin Cortez. Number 4, Victor Jimenez. Number 6, Gustavo Rosales. Number 9, Ewing Rodriguez. Number 10, Marcelo Natali. Number 13, Jose Martinez. 15, Eusebio Balzadua. Number 17, Antonio Segura. Number 18, Aldo Gonzalez. Number 21, Ivan Martinez. Number 22, Sal Ortega. 23 is Alejandro Rodriguez. 26, Jose Echeverri. And number 88, Eric Flores. They're coached by Carlos Portales, and the director of RGV Barracudas is Luis Garza. So Luis has been fantastic to deal with. Obviously, happy to have all the RGV fans, all the fans from around the MASL, MASL2, MASL3, tuning into this match tonight in Wichita here at Hartman Arena. And if you ever wondered what it's about, right, as everybody's recovering from COVID and you're seeing these lesser and lesser attendances, and then you're going to take a peek tonight at the crowd and the atmosphere that's been growing. And if there's a hope out there, there's a hope out there for anybody in the league that things are going to be sustained and recover and be back to normal one day. It doesn't matter what division you're in. Tune in tonight, show your fans, take a picture, because right here in the heart of the United States in Kansas, we're going to have a little bit of a production for you this evening. So we're going to go right now to PA announcer Jared Cerullo, and when we come back after the player introductions and the national anthem, I'm going to be joined by my partner LeBaron Holloman. We're going to talk a little indoor football for you this evening, folks. Enjoy the game.
couldn't find mine. Could be nice. I sold mine $15. Yeah, I didn't have to get me a beer.
A lot of kids. A lot of kids. You gotta make them fall in love with you and being a part of it. Do a better job of that. This is step one. I mean, it's a step in the right direction. Most of them are part of the indoor tournament if they won the group, and then some, like if they registered for our championship games, we'll give them free tickets. So yesterday was the last day, and as they left, they could pick that was pretty fun. They put us in the same for or more sports and watching the kids up on the trampoline and you know, we touched the space and but if we get a good production tonight, if the game's closed, a lot of these kids are going to get started regardless of what happens. And if the answer is yes, then they will be back. Yeah, shots on goal, block, save. Basically, whoever's leading the block takes that 8. No, thank you.
You might want to be your good. No, I just telling everything. Thank you for checking.
Alright, I think we got all these teams out on the pitch tonight.
Nice.
Don't
Trying to
forget,
do a little bit of outreach.
soccer is a fast and exciting game.
Aaron,
Sometimes those shots do get
you remember Brian Trussell, the little redhead? He's going to be here tonight. I'll have him say hi to you.
Finds themselves suddenly flying into your area. The Wichita Waves are presented by Family Mitsubishi and the Dennis J. Sanders III Autism Foundation. They would like to welcome all Wings fans back here to Hartman Arena. Family Mitsubishi is proud and excited to be back for their third year as the Wichita Waves title sponsors. Want to join them in the Family Mitsubishi Party Pit? Follow them on Facebook at Family Mitsubishi and the Dennis J. Sanders III Autism Foundation, and watch for all the details on how to get your chance at winning some free Wichita Waves tickets. Park City, Kansas has partnered with the Wichita Waves since 1979. Thank you so much, Park City, for your years of support to indoor soccer. Learn about their wonderful community at parkcityks.com. And also, tonight is Scout Night. We've got some special guests here. In fact, down on the pitch as well, we've got Pack 450 and Troop 450 down on the pitch with us tonight. So thank you so much, Scouts. We've got a 2022 Wichita Wings Major Arena Soccer League 2 season. The Wings are back, and we've got a packed house tonight, so let's show our visitors from Kickoff, Texas, and everyone watching on our live feed just how loud we can make Hartman Arena rock. Let me hear you, Wings fans! All right! And a big Wichita round of applause for our DJ up in the booth, DJ Keenan, will be spinning the tunes all night long. Of course, Johnny Freedom out and about with his wireless microphone. What's up, Johnny Freedom? He's down there organizing everybody, making sure everybody's where they need to be. And I am your public address announcer, Jared Sorrell. Thank you so much for coming out tonight on our last regular season home game of the Wichita Wings season.
Nah, man, they're 3 years old.
Also, we've got several local soccer clubs from the Wichita area.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like, I like black, gray, and white shoes, so I don't wear like orange a lot, but so I only have worn them to a handful of Wings games. You know what I mean? They're humble though, they're not bad. Yeah, if they didn't have orange and it was just like this dark gray right here, I'd be on it all the time. I'd wear them. I just don't really like the colors.
Also, Wichita United is celebrating tonight with the Wichita Wings. And Wichita United and Sporting Wichita. Also, now on the pitch for tonight's introduction. And we also have the champions of these leagues. The champions of these leagues are the FC Wichita 2009 girls, which were coached by Dave Chaco. The FC Wichita 2008 boys, ECNL, were coached by Walton Silva. The Aquilas Azteca 2010 boys were coached by Pascual Salcido. And the Tapacios FC 2008 boys were coached by Juan de la Cruz. And the FC Wichita 2012 boys champions were coached by Martin Scarpino. Thank you so much and congratulations to those champions. How about a big round of applause for our future Wichita Wings players down here on the pitch tonight. All right, Wings fans, the Wings are back. Let's introduce tonight's mascot, Chico. Chico is going to be out in the stands all night long. Make sure you have your phones ready to take a picture with Chico.
Richard, if he makes the whole lap around this place, he'll be dead.
Chico
Richard, funny because he was actually one of the mascots. He would put on different stuff and like, not the bug man, but the other thing they did. Like he was one of those guys, helped with setup and all that back in the 90s.
Chico's going to be on the stands all night long.
So we just started being like, oh man, if you love the Wings as much as we do, instead of like, he's like, oh, they don't want to use them. They'll want to use them.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them more Wichita welcome to tonight's visitors, the Rio Grande Valley Barracudas. Wearing number 1, goalkeeper Diego Almeida.
10 people want to get a mascot tryout from. 10 people want to do a mascot. When we first got that program, it was like, this would have been the minimum.
Number 6, Gustavo Gonzalez. Wearing number 9, forward Erwin Rodriguez.
It's got to be impactful for these guys. They play an outdoor field, and you know that RGV pitch that they have, like this summer facility with outdoors and around still. They've been traveling around playing it. Other teams
gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your caps. Direct your attention to the west goal. The Tornado Alley Young Marines Color Guard is presenting tonight's colors of the United States of America. The Young Marines strengthens the lives of America's youth by teaching the importance of self-confidence, academic achievement, honoring our veterans, good citizenship, community service, and living a healthy, drug-free lifestyle. The program focuses on character building and leadership and promotes a lifestyle that is conducive to being productive members of society. Now, please join us in paying respect to our colors as Randy Williams sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh, there, man. Ice on that guy.
Let's go!
Told him we don't play on Friday too
Thank
much,
you
but
so much, Randy
Montel
Williams.
Jordan's got
Great
the best
job.
Friday night kickoff to park. This is how we do it. He said, so make sure when Jared, if he's talking, you put that shit over the top of it. Well, people that are trying to come in are going to have a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wichita Wings have been connected to the Wichita community since 1979. This season, the Wings are having a different outcome than every home game. Tonight, our community connection is the Child Advocacy Center of Century County. The CAC is presented tonight by their Hispanic Services Specialist, Marlene Ibarra. Marlene also has her son Trip tonight with her. The Child Advocacy Center serves as a child-friendly facility where community partners come together to streamline the investigative process and provide victims with necessary support services to help them begin the healing process. Locally, the CACSC serves more than 2,000 children
Somebody
each
just
year
posted
who
on
are
the
victims of abuse, neglect, and
Wings,
human trafficking. Child abuse
divorce
is
just became
invisible for all of us. Please take time to
There's like 20 comments on the views right now, and that guy came in, and then it was like silence. People were like, shit,
For more
what do we even say
information,
to that?
visit their CAC table in the foyer to look
Classic.
up on
And his icons of the
Johnny, if you can just keep going.
Yeah, we got Trip here. Can you come? Here, go ahead, Trip. Show what's up. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen.
He didn't listen to that unless he's going to wait until the score goes.
Don't forget to visit the CAC booth up on the main concourse.
Yeah, so he has only got one game in so far. He's on a this guy.
Jared, if you're not careful, what you think is going to get our job.
I know, isn't that crazy? And these are the future Wichita Wings players.
We'll just say the leading points getter is 4.
All right, your starters tonight for the Orange. Number 10 at midfield, Guillermo Oliveira. On defense, Chris Thompson and Kevin Tonight. At midfield, David Lucio. Up front, Jared Robbins. And in goal, the Lion, Stephen Hammerstein.
Welcome back into Park City. We took a brief intermission there as we kept the camera rolling and turned it over to PA announcer Jared Cirillo for the introductions. I'm Blake Shoemaker alongside LeBaron Holloman. Good crowd in Wichita this evening, Bear. It looks like we're going to have a bit of a match on our hand as right off the bat you see the difference in play in David Arriaga, the goalkeeper for RGV, something you don't see with the limited touch rule as much as you used to see with the Danny Waltman and guys like that, but he immediately carries the ball, looks to go sixth attacker early in this game and get into the offensive half where does not have a touch limit, does not have a time limit, and can really knock the ball and help keep possession for RGV.
Yeah, that's one of the strategies that they use nowadays because of that touch rule, is the keepers do get above the halfway line a little bit more.
Now we know fans out there, we appreciate everybody watching from around the league, but that is very much risk-reward. There's a block from Guillermo Oliveira, and there's a long ball opportunity from Brent Hobson. He didn't have a pass to complete, but he looks down the field and looks to complete that longer ball, and that's what you see because David Arriaga, goalkeeper for RGV, coming off his line. Now, RGV, handful of games into the season, they're still unbeaten. They're ahead right now in leading one of the only 2 unbeaten teams, Cleveland Crunch, RGV Barracudas, and they're leading the Western Conference, which is Soccer's 2, Ontario Fury 2. You obviously being a Fury assistant coach for the last couple of years with the first team know how important it is for them to not just try to get results but to develop players and the quality of player that's out there in California that they're looking at. So RGV with some good wins. There's a foul in the box. They let it go on, but Juan Zamora, target man for Wichita and hero of last game's overtime win for the Wichita Wings. Juan Zamora brought down in the box. There's Taylor Henry on the ball. He cuts back in front. Another foul, and they're going to call that. Referees there, Drew Klemp, Brian Otten, veteran guys with Brian Bauer, who's in the box, Larry Wygant, Brian Bauer, and Brian Otten. I'm sorry, 2 Brians. And then you have Drew Klemp out of Kansas City, I believe. And all are getting quite a bit of time in, but they didn't want to call that penalty early in the game, obviously. The one right outside the box they do get. That's down low to Jared Robbins. Robbins turns, fires, saved by Arriaga on Wichita's first shot on frame. And that's kicked back out. It's going to be recovered by Guy Oliveira. Guy recycles to Tenike all the way back to Hammerski. And this is a full press here from RGV, but they've stretched themselves. And now Guy Oliveira on the ball. He plays wide to Colin Lauder. Lauder looking across to the big man, Jared Robbins. He misses him, but Guy follows, lays it back again. Guy on the ball. Goal! Wichita Wings strike. 12 minutes and 46 seconds left in the half, and LeBaron, RGV stretched themselves all the way out. That's a dangerous prospect with the amount of young legs that Wichita has in the offensive half of the field right now.
That was a compound error from RGV. They stretched the field and they made a bad sub. They had a bad sub and it allowed them to have that numerical advantage going to goal.
I agree. They thought they had a clearance and they tried to run a player off. At the same time, an interception on a ball in. Wichita plays it back in and finds the 3v3. No real pressure as RGV sits back to take a block, and you're not going to be able to let players at this level stand on the ball at the top of the box.
Not at all, not at all. And I think G did a good job of setting that up by playing Colin in to shift the defender, and then Colin did a real good job of finding him back.
So here again, David Arriaga already conceded 1 goal, RGV tonight. Arriaga actually leading the league in goals against average, only 4 goals a game. Very, very great average for an indoor soccer team with a save percentage of 83%. Coincidentally, the Wings have a pretty good goalkeeper of their own, Steven the Lawman Hammerski. And Steven, 4th in the league in both categories, while Arriaga's 1st. Steven at 6.69 goals against average a match and a 64%, 64.5 really, so Steven will lobby for 65%, knowing Steve. Save percentage. So Wichita already out. You see that again. Hobson looks up and looks to extend that ball, but Wichita is going to look to get over the yellow line. This is a risk reward. Arriaga can come up, but you get veterans, you get guys that have the technical ability to play that ball forward, and ultimately you may start to concede some goals. So as you see here, oh, and that's going to be a 2-minute penalty, maybe more.
2 minutes.
They've put him into the boards down there. Unfortunately, it looks like we didn't have a head to board contact. From our angle, we're up high here, same side as you folks at home on the camera side. We didn't hear the board contact, but we're going to see how they recover there. Daniel Sack, Kevin Tenike, and Stephen Hammerski around Brent Hobson, who took some pretty good contact. Hobson put down there. We have a penalty early in this game. Wichita leading 1-0. 11 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Wichita's going to go up on the power play. It's going to be Colin Lauder and Taylor Henry down low. Guy Oliveira, number 10, rookie for Wichita. It's going to be on the right side looking into his left foot. Barron, we just saw him score a goal on his left foot. The other side, number 27, only in his 2nd game, but battling about a month stretch of COVID and trying to get back and getting rid of symptoms, is Fabio Schneider from Germany. Had a great start with the Wings, only has 1 game in, so this is only his 5th quarter. Has a goal under his belt as well. There's a ball down low for Lauder. Swings over to Fabio. Fabio back to Guy. Guy back to Lauder. Wichita being patient, just looking to shift RGV and see what they're going to do. And there's Fabio, and he's got a shot. He can smack a ball. We've seen that already, even though he's only got 1 game in. So Fabio over there for the right foot. Great clipped-in ball in behind from Guy Oliveira, but this is trouble, and a good challenge from Tenike to sort that out. RGV did really well and was dangerous on the penalty kill there, getting forward. And from the video that I've seen, the matches I've watched, RGV very dangerous, not necessarily always combining, but really getting you to dive and reach and make a mistake and driving into that space, 20, 30-yard dribbles, and it really shifts your team. It commits players. And shorthanded, that's dangerous shorthanded.
Yeah, they were very aggressive defensively in that shorthanded scenario right there, because as soon as they saw the Wings end up against the board, they all stepped hard to press.
With 55 seconds left in the power play, that's down low to Lauder. Lauder to hammer. Here's Fabio. Oh, he's hit the bar, but he finds another one, and it's in! Wichita scores on the power play. 10 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first quarter. 49 seconds left in the penalty kill for RGV, and they concede a rebound shot to the German rookie Fabio Schneider. That's 2 rookies, LeBaron, for Wichita. Guy Oliveira, Fabio Schneider. One of our talking points today is Wichita brings 7 rookies into this year. Those are 2 of them. We have the Latino Fab 5. Then, of course, we have the German-born Fabio Schneider. And then we also have Branson Felty. Look, Felty's not on the power play for Wichita yet, leads the team with 13 goals. He's got 3 game winners, which leads the MASL2. And he's only a couple goals behind leading the league, Muskegon Risers, 16 goals from Miguel Flores and 14 goals from Vitor Patriani of the Amarillo Bombers. Next is Branson Felty, and he's not even in some of those situations. So this is what we're talking about. Dangerous now. David Arriaga tracking back. Cleaned up there by Gustavo Rosales. Now Christian Lima, another rookie for Wichita. Juan Zamora, he's going to find a shot. He has. It's blocked away. Good block there. from RGV, and RGV really reeling right now. Need to get under control. Wichita not as clean as they could be either, but all the momentum behind these thousands of fans that are here tonight, and just a really great atmosphere that's pushing this team right now.
Actually, Wichita looks pretty good right now. They're in control of the game. They're in control of, you know, the defensive side of the ball right now, you know, and they're doing a good job of breaking out. So I think they're in full control right now.
This is where you got to be careful with RGV, really on the dribble. We talked about that. They look to get after you. They turn you. They'll spread you out and expect you to defend in a 1v1, and I'm just going to beat you and dribble for 10 or 15 yards. And you get around the yellow line, and these guys are looking to have a go. And here you go again. Touch wide, Christian Lima defending. Here comes Lucio over. That's blocked away by Daniel Sack. Another block for Sack. Sack leads the league in blocks. Shot easy from Hammerski. He's going to have a go. He's thrown it over Arriaga, but Arriaga really well to play center field. Drops back and brings that down. Arriaga very good with his feet.
Yeah, you would think so. The way he comes forward a lot, you would expect him to be good with his feet.
Over to number 4, Victor Jimenez. Swings it back across. Aldaldo Gonzalez back to Arriaga. Arriaga on it. Oh, he's now touched it twice in possession. And again, this risk reward. There's no guaranteed moment. Can Taylor Henry play quick? He has. He's found Robbins. Robbins turns and unlucky, misses it. Lays it back to Henry. Henry with the shot off the wall. Wichita's going to try to collect this here from the captain, Kevin Tenike. Kevin Tenike on a Kevin Tenike type year. LeBaron, the player. Oh, Stephen Hammerski playing with fire now, taking something out of Arriaga's playbook. Beats a striker, makes a miss, but then coughs one up in the middle of the field, and not the way the Wings want to concede a goal in a shutout game at this point. But hey, LeBaron, back to Kevin Tenike. You know, what he's done for Wichita over the last decade from a soccer perspective as a player has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's the backbone of this team, in my opinion. You know, everything good that happens is originated through Kevin.
It's a foul there against Taylor Henry. So Kevin, always there in categories, right? He's up there. He's not in the top 6 right now in goal scoring, but he's awfully close. He's actually number 2. Mario Cerulli out of Omaha, and I was searching for the player's last name. Cerulli came in, was great the other day, a couple goals, couple assists against Wichita, but Cerulli, Omaha Kings player, actually leads the league with 23 points. Kevin Tenike second with 18 points. Another Omaha player behind him, Manuel Lira with 18 points. Miguel Flores of the Risers, although he's on those 16 goals, only 2 assists, so he's at 18 points. And then obviously the Cleveland Crunch are going to have somebody in there with their high-powered offense and leading goal scorer and one of the strongest attacking players, frankly, from last year in the league, Mike Derazic.
That's great work
17
from G
points
right there. That's really good work from him over on the boards. This is trouble here.
Oh, Kevin just kind of slipped there. He was. Oh, what a save from Hammerski, kicked away. RGV's going to want that one back because they're tending to stretch themselves, and you know their venue much smaller than this at home in Rio Grande. The venues that they've been playing in, there's Juan, probably a good time to talk about not so smart fouls, LeBaron. One of our focal points tonight and keys to the game is for Wichita not to give away bad penalties and bad fouls.
Yeah.
In addition to slow down the RGV transition, stop the ball, stop the dribbler, just cover, kill runs, but you know really try to front this ball and stop them early enough on to turn them into a possession team. Juan Zamora, although they're going back to the keeper there, keeper doesn't have his hands. Zamora's climbing all over the back of the RGV player, and that's 21 fouls for Juan Zamora.
Yeah.
Guess what? 20 fouls led the league. So Wichita top of the league in another category. And there's Juan Zamora going to the ground. Fortunately, doesn't commit the foul. And Zamora just needs to stop taking bad fouls. But anyway, he's on 21. Coincidentally enough, the second most fouls in the league. You got it, fans. If you're watching a game, it's the Wichita Wings. Second, another rookie for the Wichita Wings, Christian Lima. 16 fouls. Juan Zamora, 21. So these are rookie mistakes with Wichita having so many rookies really trying to develop the team for the future. And look, frankly, winning now as well. But some of these mistakes have cost Wichita and kept teams in games. and giving away penalties, and ultimately, 4 fouls and a half, you're down, you're into the penalty kill,
right?
And 6 fouls, you're done,
right?
So we can't afford to take those, and Wichita's working on that right now. And for Wichita offensively, target play, not just getting out in transition. We talked about stopping that, but really finding the ball deep in the corners, top of the box. We saw Juan Zamora. We've seen Jared Robbins pick up the ball. These targets, we feel like, after talking to Roger Downing, he believes they're going to be able to get the ball isolated down there. So part of the game plan, as you can see now, there's a lot of space there.
Right.
Wichita wanting to find that target as quick as they can and really see if the big man can go to work down low.
Yeah, I think they're going to do themselves some favors if they move the ball quicker. They got to move the ball quicker to open up the channel to find the target player. This is a little bit too slow right now. But going back to the foul thing, the other thing to remember too is when you hit 3 fouls, you may get taken off the line. And that's a key player that may be absent for you for a spell from a period of time.
There's a foul against Fabio Schneider, another Wings rookie, and just a little bit overcommitting on the dribble. RGV plays quick. He's going to call Stephen Hammerski in the action. He makes another save. Hammerski back again. That ball's flicked back from RGV, but Wings just not clean enough under this counter press. Part of RGV's game plan is they bring the keeper forward. They really overload the 6th attacker early in the game with that goalkeeper. But when they lose the ball, they counter press quickly. Right. And Wichita, like you said, moving the ball, needs to do a little better job of moving the ball. You can see these numbers are forward, and that's where Wichita thought that deeper ball in right there was going to be dangerous. Now, another rookie foul there. That one's Branson Felty as he fouls Jose Martinez. And Wichita adding up the fouls. The other thing that tells you, if you're watching from around the league, whether you're a fan or player or staff, Wichita does have veteran referees. We talked about that. They try not to let the game get out of control. They will call it fair. It will be even, but they're going to nip all that stuff in the butt early. And unfortunately, it does show by the amount of fouls that Wichita players have over other fouls in the league. Not necessarily just because Wichita players are dirty, but because the referees are calling more fouls.
Exactly. And you got a lot of young energy out there too, and like we talked about a little bit earlier, you got some rookies that are giving up, silly fouls, but it's just the energy that they're trying to bring to the game. RGV is doing a real good job right now of moving the Wings around, and when the keeper comes forward like a 6th attacker, okay, like right here, this is dangerous here because you don't know if you want to go and pressure him and leave your guy open or not. See, so now there's an overload.
And it's those mistakes right there. Ball comes in, Sack has a chance to control that, play out of it, look up. If he can find anybody on the other side of the yellow line, it's just 5 yards, then that's an attacking position because the keeper's at midfield. So can you make them pay for that a little bit? You can't just turn it right back over into the counter press and give them another chance. A good play there from number 10, Marcelo. Marcelo really one of the big key players this season for RGV. Ivan Martinez, Jose Martinez, Gustavo Rosales, and Marcelo all leading the way in points getting right now for RGV.
Right there, that was an example of Juan not really knowing the indoor game because Taylor was behind the yellow line. Juan should have been in front of the yellow line to show for the ball.
So Taylor couldn't hit it as hard as he wanted to because he was afraid of the 3-line pass.
Exactly.
Juan needed to check off and come back on that side, and that's, again, rookie mistakes.
Yeah.
Wichita carrying plenty of rookies, as we said, 7, but into this match, Christian Lima, Guy Oliveira, Juan Zamora, Branson Felty, Fabio Schneider. So carrying 5 of those. Tonight missing Alfonso Lopez, been ill for the week, and an injury to the back of Alex Perez. Alex Perez also out, as well as Kieran Lakey, defender. He's a first 2-line defender for the Wichita Wings, serving the last game of a suspension from a red card.
Yeah.
And then, sometimes when the Wings get a little bit thin like that, you see guys like Roger Downing will step in and dress. Roger's dealing with a knock. So you got 2 injuries, a red card in that, and the Wings fortunately have a lot of bodies in training and enough depth to still bring the 3 lines to the match.
And that's critical to have the depth like they have, because as the season wears on, you're going to have situations like this come up, and you got to have some depth in the squad to see the season through.
Well, Wichita early in this game, we started talking about, keys to the game, talked about a little bit of points getting, where guys rank. Obviously, Flores with Muskegon right now with the 16 goals. We went through that list. From an assist standpoint, why you have a player in total points like Cerulli, who's not there in goal difference, but he's a 15 assists. Yeah. So Mario Cerulli, a defender, also runs a sixth attacker a little bit for Omaha, was fantastic in Wichita the couple times we saw him. He's at 15 assists on the season. Angel Rodriguez at 8, David Lucio at 8, Kevin Tenike at 8. Great to see Lucio not just looking to attack Tenike. We're used to those kind of numbers. He's always up there in the league in total points, total blocks, goals, assists. He'll be around, right? Lucio, we know he can create a shot. We know he can score goals. But look, 8 assists on this early in the year for Lucio. You can see he's given guys, and some of these assists that he has are sitters. He's went by, he's committed players, shifted the keeper, and he's finding guys on the second post. There's Lucio looking up, seeing if he can beat David Arriaga, and that one, mistake. Lucio probably did the right thing to try to play forward, but it's blocked, goes backwards, and starts a counterattack, and that's the problem of not being comfortable once we win the ball back, is that counter press creates a chance, and Wichita comes right out of that timeout, officials timeout. RGV had done everything, everything wrong to start this game, and they find themselves in a 2-1 game with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first quarter, just off a hustle play.
Right, and that's what the Wings are going to have to be careful of, is losing this ball in this middle third here, because they're setting up their offense to go, and they're leaving. Wow, they let them play.
Well, they let the first one play, so they almost had to let the second foul go.
Yeah.
And that ball's deep into the corner. Big man Jared Robbins comes back to hold it. He's found Lucio. Lucio tries to flick it over, misses Lima, but Robbins collects, and he finds him anyway. Lima on the ball, sack. We're going to see a substitution from Lucio and Lauder. And Wichita just not very clean with the possession in the second part of this first quarter.
Yeah, they got to move the ball a little bit more up top. They're trying to penetrate too early with their pass instead of setting up the penetrating channel to play into.
Going to recycle this back to David Arriaga. That's going to be his one touch of the possession, unless he can get over half. And Wichita wants to come up and pressure him so that he can't carry it in. And now he's picked it off. That's going to be Jared Robbins, 1v1. And he tries to chip. Would have done really well with just going ahead and taking another touch and committing the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Robbins, maybe these guys a little bit worried about the goalkeeper being off the line and forcing the issue a bit much.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're trying too hard to get the ball over the top of the keeper.
There's Ivan Martinez, was on his left foot looking to have a go. Nothing comes of it, but that's 17, and that's over the top. Antonio Segura puts a dangerous ball across Hammerski, makes a save, and then that rebound was just finessed a little bit high. Hammerski comes out again. The ball's ping-ponging around in there, and now can Wichita calm down, and they don't. Instead, just a clearance and back to defending. Not really sure what to do under this high press. They've already seen themselves make a mistake low deep in this end, and it cost them a goal. So now everybody a little bit frantic. There's a scissor kick from Ivan Martinez. Comes up short. Another save from Stephen Hammerski, who has been called into action in this game. Off the wall, that's a touch. Off the wall from Juan Zamora. Wallace Scora to Kevin Tenike. Right when you need somebody to step up and make a veteran play and relieve a little bit of this pressure. Kevin Tenike sliding in. Little touch on the ball. Runs into the post with his entire core for that matter, and jumps up and celebrates.
I want to talk a little bit more about Kevin's composure there, because on the breakout, he didn't really have any options, but he held the ball long enough for his support to get into position, and he continued his run into the box. That was just a really good veteran indoor play right there.
Yeah, great goal from Kevin Tenike. Not, like you said, not just to score the goal and put the effort in at the end, but really to create the number chance, waiting for Juan Zamora, waiting for the extra runner, and holding up the play. So Wichita now 3-1. Assist from Juan Zamora, goal to Kevin Tenike. 1 minute left in the quarter, 3-1 Wichita. There's Juan Zamora out pressuring David Arriaga on the ball again. Wichita's going to be tight everywhere. Allow the keeper to get the ball back. This would be his second touch, so now Wichita can really defend. Stopped from Hammerski, and see if he calms down the guys, and we're going to see a sub from Juan Zamora. Jared Robbins on the outlet. Hammerski's going to have to dump this down the field. He finds Daniel Sack. Sack shielding. almost loses it, but comes out of it with the ball, does lose it. It's a 4v2 the other way there. 13.
Oh, my goodness. What a great find from 88. Who's 88?
Eric Flores looks back post, and he finds Marcelo, and those are two of the players we talked about early. Sometimes they don't run on the same line, but Marcelo, a lot of his production has come just hanging out on the second post, but Flores looking in, finds him on the second post, and, Wichita.
Look, I know a lot of indoor guys that made a living off of hanging out on that back post. That's where goals are scored in the indoor game.
Yeah, I mean, a few come to my mind. Obviously, if you're a Wichita Wings fan, it's pretty easy to pick out a few there. From a league standpoint in recent years, even back in the early 2000s, you're talking about Byron Alvarez and guys like that just hung out back there. But Wichita, back in the day, if you're a Wings fan, we'll throw Jeff Bourne at you. Andy Chapman scored a lot up top, but a lot of second post goals as well.
Dale Irvine.
And Wichita, this high press really causing them problems. When Hammerski had the ball in his hands on that last goal, LeBaron, he decided to go to sack, but Wichita made a sub, Zamora for Robbins, and Robbins really released. Now you've got another breakout. Second post, that's a handball. They need to bring that back. There's no advantage here for Wichita. It's actually quite the opposite. He needs to, Brian Otten there was a handball in the box against RGV, and he put his whistle in his mouth and then decided to go advantage. Really no advantage there for Wichita, and Wichita lucky to get out of that. Up a goal at the end of this quarter, 3-2.
Yeah, I can't see how he would call an advantage or continue with an advantage there. It's inside the defensive box. There's just no place for an advantage.
So, you were right, though. It seems that Wichita is getting caught in that middle third, figuring out how to get the ball there and get out quickly or just keep possession. There's a lot of turnovers there, and frankly, that's where most of RGV's opportunities have came from.
Right, that's where the majority of the opportunities have come from, is that quick win the ball quickly and then getting at the back line of the Wichita Wings.
Over here in section, wearing 111, retired Chief Warrant Officer Warren Johnston. Chief Johnston served in the U.S. Army from 1966 until his retirement in 2001. Chief served in like
110.
And we pause there to recognize the veteran of the game, Johnny Freedom, dubbed John Ferreira. Johnny Freedom, U.S. Marine Corps veteran, Homeland Security, FBI, had his own time in, but he's also our game day ops guy, so he's kind of our hype man, goes around. If you're new to watching the Wichita Wings, he's the guy yelling in the microphone behind the scenes if you hear that, and he's up there. We pick a veteran of the game every match and bring them and their family out and treat them to a good time, and that's what we paused for there. So we're just a few seconds away from the start of the second quarter. What do you think so far? It's an exciting game for you?
Very exciting game. Is what we expected. Wichita, even though I don't think they played great, but they're still winning on the scoreboard. RGV's press has been impressive to me. Very impressive on their pressing. That's something the Wings got to figure out, is how they're going to break that press.
And we're back. Let's see if Wichita can figure that press out. And
it's not going to be with calls like that coming from him.
It's not. And in fact, those are going to continue to get you transitioned, and that's where the second goal Second goal came off a deflection, or the first goal came off a deflection, getting pressed. Lucio trying to beat David Arriaga from beyond midfield, and the second one came from just a ball from Hammerski. Oh, and he's got to do better with that one. Of course, difficult because it came right across the face of him.
That he got caught cheating too. He got caught cheating, thinking that the guy was going to head it back to the RGV player in the middle of the box. So yeah, he's going to want that one back for sure.
Yeah, that's a goal from number 26, Jose Echevarria. And Echevarria just heads that one right back at Stephen Hammerski, and he two-hand punches it into the back of the net. He was cheating to his left and was looking for the ball to come across and make the second ball save. And instead, Echevarria just puts it right back across goal, and we're all leveled up right here with 14 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. Zamora there draws a foul against Victor Jimenez. Jimenez runs over and makes sure to tell the referee you made a mistake on that one. But
it reminds me of the one earlier in the half that they didn't call.
Definitely wrapped around him. And this is an interesting play here. Look for Tenite to play into Henry. Henry to lay it back. Didn't happen, and Barracudas did well to defend Wichita's set piece.
G needs to be on the other side.
And there's a mistake from the David Arriaga. He saw one the other way. That one didn't end up costing a goal, but certainly Tenite just smacks that off the board. He's thinking, I'm going to catch the keeper sleeping and try to put this thing across the face of the goal, and Wichita misses two chances point blank inside the penalty spot there. And this is going to be a delay warning. That's going to be it. This is something that we've noticed from RGV. There's few teams in the league that delay the game. They intentionally delay in order to get substitutions to slow the play. They've been getting away with that at their own venue, away with it at lesser venues, but that's not going to happen in a professional environment. You've got professional, you've got educated fans, you've got educated team, you've got educated referees, and they're going to call that out, and right off the bat, second time you see the warning, the next one will be a 2-minute penalty against RGV.
That's good work from Big Jeff using his body right there.
Wichita in possession, finds D, that's very good, right?
Yeah,
down low to Robbins, and can Robbins collect? This is what RGV wants, is to get out and run, and that's an embellishment. That's a straight out of bounds play there from the captain, Gustavo Rosales, and he knows he puts it out for a restart, so he goes to the ground and embellishes that foul. That's another warning where you just saw Brian Otten turn and say, hey, we're not going to be doing that. So there it is, and now you're going to see a yellow card. So right off the bat, they're going to play short. They tried to warn him. Marcelo's going to be going to the box for 5 minutes. This is going to be a regular thing. If RGV continues to not take the cautions from the referee, you can't delay the game. There's no guaranteed substitutions for fans out there, so the flow of play has to be able to happen. You can front the ball a little bit, but when the referee asks you to back up, then you have to quickly do it. RGV continually doesn't, and now you're going to start to see penalties.
I don't think the referee has to tell you to back up. It's
within a reasonable amount, maybe?
Yeah. They don't have to tell you to back up. It should be automatic. You know, you got some referees though that will be a little more lenient with that.
Oh, and Wichita with a great opportunity there, just misses it, and that's got to be a foul as they run into each other. They called that against Lauder, obstruction against Lauder as he brings down Gustavo Rosales. Maybe Rosales got to the ball a bit early, but physical challenge. Well played from the captain, Gustavo Rosales, and he gets up holding his side just a little bit.
3-line pass.
So kind of like we started early in the game, Wichita, even though this is a tied game right now, Wichita's kind of grabbed some of this momentum. A little bit of confusion, RGV making small errors, putting the ball out for restarts, a 3-line pass, 2-minute or a 5-minute penalty for delay, and now second post, and Branson Felty had time to take a touch and set that one in the back of the net, rushes it and doesn't. Now you see number 23, Alejandro Rodriguez, he lays it across. That's blocked well from Colin Lauder. Fabio Schneider picks it up, and now he's up the wing, running but turns it over. Wichita again turns over a ball. That's Alejandro Rodriguez, number 23, and Wichita turns over another ball after winning it, turns it over in the middle of the field. And now the third goal that comes off turnovers, making mistakes in the middle of the field. That one, Fabio Schneider, instead of being composed and trying to connect, breaking the pressure, dribbles into it, gets double teamed, and then in transition, Hammerski just a little bit screened maybe?
I think so. And then I don't even know if he was prepared for the shot, though, to be honest with you. I think he wasn't expecting a shot.
Yeah, nothing special. Nothing special from RGV at this point that makes you go, oh, I got to be prepared for that one, or they're going to do this and it's going to be a problem. It's a lot of hard work. They're winning balls in the middle third. They're very much pressing and just organized chaos a little bit, and it's just hard work. There's a clearance and, you know, more hard work. So Wichita's going to have to match that intensity and take better care of the ball in the middle of the field.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Wichita is this is a good moment here. Is they're going to have to be better in possession when they're building from the back.
A lot of fouling going on down low as Juan Zamora tries to get loose, and that's Gustavo Rosales, and Gustavo Rosales is grabbing and fighting with Juan Zamora. He's undersized there as a defender, and Rosales making his point made to the referees that he's trying to screen and he's putting his arms out. Well, that's fine. He doesn't have to allow you into the space in front. It's how you get there that makes a difference.
Right.
So noted, but not understood, and we move on. This is Rosales comes forward before the ball was played.
He was embellishing that too. He's
and
making it seem like he got pushed
again.
Like he got pushed by Jarrett.
Ball straight out of bounds, hits a Wings player in the face there. That's Fabio Schneider on an errant pass from Ivan Martinez, who just left foots that straight into the Wings bench.
The pace of this game is outstanding.
Gustavo Rosales with more embellishment. A little unfortunate for some of that extra stuff, you know. We don't want to see that too much. Look, if it's a challenge and you get, okay, a little bit, but when there's no contact, when you're just fighting to get through a screen and you're all over the place, it's a little bit much. And I'm one of those guys that believes it is part of the game, but like that. Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
So
already can tell what kind of game he's going to play. Right.
And Henry didn't need to be. He knows what he's up against. Rosales has been on the ground 8, 9, 10 times already in this game. He doesn't need to be that close to him in that moment when he's released the ball. So probably error on Taylor Henry. Foul goes against Henry. And now you see a 6th attacker with David Arriaga at the top. He may have a shot here, and he dumps it down low. That's a great ball from Arriaga. Hammerski off his line. And goal scored by Victor Jimenez. Wichita just sitting way, way too deep and letting the goalkeeper bring the ball all the way up in the 6th attacker position. Coach Roger Downing is going to have to figure that piece out, because so far they're letting him on the ball more than they did in the first quarter.
What's got to happen is if they're going to put pressure on the keeper, then the two guys sitting deep need to step forward a little bit. Go ahead, because you got to give up something. You know, give up that space in behind you there so you can step forward. So, like in that situation where the keeper found the player there down in the corner, right? The player that was down there should have been stepped up higher. I'm impressed with RGV's pressure. They make it very difficult to play.
Not sure what the call was there, but a foul against Branson Felty coming out, it appears. He's fouled Aldo Gonzalez. Referee Drew Klimp coming back from the opposite side of the field to make that call. Well defended from Lima. He wins it coming out. He's found Schneider on the other side. Can Schneider put one across? He's got a runner in Felty, and he just hits it off the boards to try to give him a chance. Well defended.
Very well defended, and I'm not mad at that decision from Schneider. You know, that was pretty creative what he tried to do there, and you know, and if I think it was a Colin that was there.
It was Branson Felty.
Branson Felty. You know, if he steps forward just a little bit sooner, then you know, that's a good opportunity. Oh no, 5th goal. 6th goal, I think.
6th goal.
6th goal.
Another one from RGV. Really nothing in it. Dumping a ball deep into the corner. Again, Hammerski off his line just a bit off that near post. And
played it off the boards and right into the middle of the box.
What is he going to do at that point? So runners running free in the middle. And Wichita finds themselves, after all that momentum, you know, 3 unanswered Actually, I'm sorry, 5 unanswered goals. It was 3-1 at one point.
Yeah.
And we saw this the other day with Omaha, Wichita having these 10 minutes where they just reel and really pay for it. There's a push on number 5, and you'll have to forgive us. I'm sorry, that's number 9, Erwin Rodriguez. But good strike from Taylor Henry, headed backwards. Diego Arriaga deals with it. But Wichita with, I believe, 6 unanswered goals the other day against Omaha as well, after being up 4-0, down 6-4. And we've seen these moments of just mistakes leading to an abundance of goals. Good block there from Lucio. That's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, that was an important block right there.
Juan Zamora, Guy Oliveira, Taylor Henry, Stephen Hammerski, Kevin Tenike, and David Lucio on for Wichita. That's an outlet distribution from Hammerski to Guy. Guy flicks it back to Tenike. Hammerski does have his feet if he needs it, but Wichita trying to figure out the movement right now as RGV again sets up to show a little bit of a press on the ball. Needs to be a little bit quicker there, but great ball into big man Jared Robbins. Robbins lays it down to Lucio. Can Lucio find his left foot? He tries. Not a lot of movement in that part of the field. We don't want to foul here. Lucio does well to get back in front to defend Jose Martinez. Jose Martinez still on the ball, but Lucio has held up the play long enough for Guy to come in. Guy, number 10 for Wichita, comes in. Little bit of football from Guy as he flicks it through, and now Taylor Henry out and running on his own. David Arriaga off his line. He's made a mistake, but is going to get the benefit of that call. It looked like it hit Henry, hit the keeper, and went out, but
I think it came back off of Taylor Henry.
Did it?
Yeah, came back off Taylor in the end.
It looks like RGV may want a timeout here.
Can't imagine why they want to take a timeout here.
I think they wanted to get Marcelo out of the penalty box, and they needed a substitution, a guaranteed substitution moment. RGV even when they win it, getting players forward very quickly and trying to overload those numbers and just making you get back and defend. Great save from Hammerski, but it's deflected short. Fabio on the ball, tries to clear it, deflected. Now Marcelo, who just came out of the penalty box after 5 minutes, he's on the ball. Jose Echevarria.
That's again, Wichita
back to Rodriguez.
Won the ball and then gave it straight away, off of one pass.
Now, fortunately for Wichita right there, Christian Lima has headed that from the defensive zone, and it's hit the board and went out. Otherwise would have been a restart at the top of the key for RGV, and those are just the mistakes Wichita right now, down 3-6, can't afford to make those mistakes.
No, you can't give them easy opportunities, and that, putting them at the top of the box for a free kick. Not saying it's an easy opportunity, but it's a great goal scoring opportunity for them. And RGB showing themselves to be clinical in and around goal right now.
Yeah, so if you're Roger Downing right now, let's play coaching role. What's your communication to the team with finish out the rest of this half?
First thing for me would be to have some composure. Have a little bit of composure on the ball. Okay, keep the ball, find the open player, move the ball, keep moving and find the open player. And if we can find the target player, let's find it to his feet instead of out of the air. Because they're trying to find a target, but it's in the air, and so you're forcing them to have to take at least 3 touches on the ball before he can do anything with it.
Is it the wings also? They're playing that direct ball, and it seems like there's so many players back in the defensive third trying to help get out cleanly. There's an emphasis on that because of the press that when we do get it into the target, as you're saying, is that support there? Is it clean enough? Are they able? Does the target need to drop a little bit deeper and come connect a little closer so that the mids are closer, or is the space sufficient?
I think he needs to stay high like he does to create that space in the middle, because if he comes up too high, then it allows RGV to press in a compressed space. So I think he's better off staying high. The wings got to do a better job though of moving the ball to find feet though instead of out of the air.
The wings come back with Christian Lima, Daniel Sack on defense, Guy Oliveira, David Lucio and Juan Zamora as the target man. Lucio and Guy in the midfield. And Wichita, you know, this next goal in this half, you don't want to go down. You don't ever want to go down 3, but 4 or 5. At this point, can Wichita cut into this lead before the half?
Right. They need to. The next goal. You always keep saying next goal is an important goal, but the way this game's going right now, this next goal is an important goal. I don't know why Hammerstein didn't come out.
Yeah, Sack waiting for him, and that's a foul against Lima. Looked like Lima was the one playing the ball. Has words there with the referee and Ivan Martinez. Wichita needing to build a wall. Lima's going to have to step in a little bit. This is going to be a timeout, and they're going to reset and try to get something out of this. Good timeout from RGV. They didn't have they weren't organized. They were getting ready to waste an opportunity. Obviously, maybe the referee talking about the delay of game and the embellishment forced them into that quicker than they normally would.
Maybe that could be why they called the timeout. I was a little surprised they called it, though, to be honest, because, you know, they're good enough, I think, that they didn't really need this. You know, plus they're up by 3 goals, and they're trying to scheme for a free kick goal here. And I just don't know if that was the right time, because you got your media timeout coming up as well too.
Yeah, the media timeout, just the next stoppage, right?
Yeah, next stoppage outside of a foul.
And this does give Wichita an opportunity. You see Kevin Tenike and Roger Downing. Tenike having a voice in this down there, talking about how they're going to defend this set piece. And for Wichita right now, an opportunity on their timeout to organize not going down by 4 off this free kick.
For sure. This is a big defensive stop right here for Wichita. They need this. They need this in a bad way. Curious to see who they pick out. RGV picks out as their go-to guy on this free kick here. Keep an eye
out.
out.
We got a left footer on the ball, so he's looking at his shot, but it looks like we're going to have a pick, and Rosales is getting the ball, but instead it's a shot. Always the danger of having somebody that can whip that ball in around a little bit, and that's clipped off the outside of Lucio's boot, to use a word that my friend Peter likes to use and maybe overuses. Pete, don't repeat that. And is this going to be Rosales?
Yeah, no, it's Lima.
No, is Rosales the player now?
No, it's not Rosales. No.
So is that a 2-minute penalty? Christian Lima. Yeah. Christian Lima now with 18 fouls on the season. He's now firmly in second place in most fouls, and this one's going to send him to the sin bin.
Yeah, that was he was, again, is that rookie energy that was misguided. It was very misguided in that challenge that he had there.
Yeah, just, you know, you live and you die with it a little bit. We talked about that with the goalkeeper pushing up early for RGV, but Wichita, with the amount of rookies that they're carrying this year and bringing to a match and getting significant minutes, you're getting those errors. And another one, you know, Juan Zamora adding up the fouls, Lima adding up the fouls. Now Lima puts the penalty kill unit into a position they really need to get a stop. Wichita wings on the penalty kill with 1 minute and 35 seconds left.
Wichita needs to go into a diamond to defend this. They're sitting in a box right now.
Now they shift into that a little bit, but Felty dives but comes back and wins that. Well done from Felty. Now that's Rosales picking up the ball from Arriaga, who's going to hang out kind of around midfield just in case, but 5v4 power play. It's going to be a shot. It's dumped down low. Hammerski comes across the near post, and that's way too easy.
Hammerski doesn't need to come out that far. He's out way too far, right? He exposed that far side of the goal way too easy.
The best bit of football we've seen so far today from RGV came on the power play, and wondering, are they going to be calm enough to really move the ball and find those second posts? We saw it once, but it was in transition when Marcelo found his goal on the second post, but that very well done from RGV. Composed, shifting, again, just waiting for somebody to make a mistake. That player, Steven Hammerski, jumps a little bit early. Daniel Sack has a chance to clear that off the line, but just couldn't find the ball. So Wichita now, obviously, things can happen quick and indoor, and Wichita is certainly not out of this. They've missed some pretty point-blank opportunities, frankly.
I was just going to say, you know, I mean, you're looking at the score 7-3 now, but at one point, Wichita could have been up 4-5, and they just missed some chances.
And those are the ones right now, the sitters that are going the way of RGV, and Robbins just can't get his foot on that. Wichita didn't need that play there from Lucio. Should he had ended up with a foul, we'd have been in trouble.
Yeah.
This is going to be Robbins just out chasing. They're going to play Arriaga, and Robbins applies the pressure, but it's going to be broken easily. If Marcelo lays that ball across, but he doesn't. Now we're pressing. Lucio on the other side. Zamora stays in. And it's a little bit tighter now there.
Right there, that's where Taylor Henry's got to cheat a little bit because he's over by the yellow line. He's not going to go over the top of you.
Yeah. And Henry here allowing Sal Ortega to pick up the ball and dribble across the front. Ortega just gets a little bit of bump and stays on his feet. Eusebio Bazalda, and that's 2 touches. The second touch in possession, and there's going to be almost another delay of game. Oh, here it is, and there's going to be another penalty.
Yep.
Can't delay the game. We've talked about it before. Once the referee spots it and they do it again, that one's a bad pass back from Arriaga. In fact, the first one maybe should have went to Arriaga because he picked the ball up, ran away, and tossed it. Then the referee had to grab it, spot it. Next player fronted the ball. So it really could have been 2 of them. But nevertheless, RGV's willing to take it still. They're still willing to do it because it doesn't put them down a man. They're just okay, we'll take the penalty.
I think they're creatures of habit. They're creatures of habit. It's something they've been doing, and they've gotten away with it, and so they continue.
Good look from Taylor Henry. Ball was weighted a little heavy and didn't find Lucio's run, but Wichita with a couple dangerous moments right there.
This is a good moment. It's a good spell for Wichita right now.
Oh, it's just high from Henry. Maybe he's should be shooting there instead of looking to find the second post.
Yeah, shoot. That's fine to find second post, but shoot towards the second post.
Yeah, really haven't tested the ball high and wide against this keeper yet. Arriaga, not the biggest player, as you can see from there. That's held. Henry. Zamora needs to probably stay on his feet a little bit better. He doesn't hold that ball, and now out in transition. Here comes Guy against Rosales. Rosales defending Guy Oliveira now, and that's going to roll into Hammerski. Wichita with no runners out to stretch the field, inviting the press in again. Really needs to get out and run here. And now you see a sub for Zamora to Felty deep. That ball's going to be played deep from Henry down to Felty. He picks it up in the corner, gets a touch, brings it down, and Wichita resets.
There we go.
Wings defenders
not
so accustomed to being pressed the way that they're being pressed and just need to play a little faster.
Whew. Right there earlier, Daniel Sack had an opportunity to play Taylor Henry early, but he dribbled towards him and held it a little bit long and then allowed the RGV player to step tight to Taylor.
Bad ball from Branson Felty. Had great position, ball into his feet, slow roller. Tries to lay it off the outside of his foot, hits it straight up in the air and spinning to the runner, Taylor Henry. And Wichita misses a chance to get forward in transition.
Yeah. This is an effective, very effective tactic.
Somebody's going to have to front the ball a little bit here for Wichita. Take it away and step to the ball and take the pass away, which Lucio did not do. He stepped to the ball, but he allowed him to play back to the side the support came from. And that's going to be a foul against Branson Felty, it looks like.
No, they called it the other way.
It was a delay warning against Branson Felty at the end because he took the ball and went with it, although he delayed his own play, which is odd to see that. But Fabio Schneider deep into the corner. There's Jared Robbins. I'm sorry, it was an embellishment warning.
Oh, okay.
The two things we were talking about early in the game, a little embellishment and a little delay. Hammerski smacks one. Lauder rebound. Lauder again. Doesn't fall in. Schneider cleared off the line. Wichita pushing forward. Good sequence for Wichita. Can they take something out of this? There's Schneider on his right foot, and he hits it.
He tried to knock
over the top.
He tried to knock the laces out of the ball right there.
Oh, yeah. Couple good strikes from Wichita prior to that, though, and a good shot on goal from Kevin
They took
Tenike.
a second timeout. Wow.
So they're done for the game with timeouts, it looks like. You're leading by You're leading by 4 goals with 2 minutes left in this half, and you've just burnt your last timeout for the match.
Yeah, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. I understand. Wonder what the message is down there right now, why he took the timeout in this moment.
Maybe, maybe there's a misunderstanding on how many timeouts they actually have, but they were reeling. It was a moment where they looked like they were going to concede. Wichita had the momentum, but they're still frantic goals, opportunities. It's not like they were getting outplayed. Their team wasn't on the field for an extended amount of time. Is there really any reason other than your keeper's got it in his hands, you can relieve the pressure, right? Have a chance to sub even. Well, we'll see if that becomes a big part of this game, and if they need that timeout later to potentially either rest or stop something that might be going in momentum-wise in the favor of Wichita. Onto the field, Stephen Hammerski still in goal. Kevin Tenike, Fabio Schneider, Colin Lauder, Christian Lima. Of course, Wichita picked up the 2-minute penalty. Wichita conceded on that penalty kill with 40 seconds left. Lima back in, Juan Zamora in. Wichita, 3 rookies on the field right now as we speak, accompanied by Stephen Hammerski, Kevin Tenike, and Colin Lauder.
I think Wichita needs, if they're going to find their way back in the game, they look like they're doing it now. They're pressing a little bit. So this is good. Right, and like right now, like Kevin's playing it well, okay? Lima's playing it well now, but the keeper's not going to throw it over 3 lines.
There's a foul against Juan Zamora from Irvin Cortez. Cortez physical, trying to step in there. Is a good challenge from Cortez, stopped Wichita from getting forward, but honestly that ball was going to run anyway, and it looked like David Arriaga was going to pick it up.
That's RGV's game. They're going to pressure you, and then they'll foul you if they feel like it's going to break the press.
Good shield from Zamora. Doesn't get enough of it. He tries to play it off the boards as RGV defenders are diving in to take blocks. Marcelo on the ball. Arriaga finesses it back to Marcelo. Marcelo now just running and taking the space, something we talked about early in the match. That's number 10, Marcelo. He plays it across the face of the goal, and Wichita fortunate to not end up conceding there. Lucio tries to go by Marcelo. He has. Marcelo now on for a long time. Not tracking anymore. There's Guy Oliveira. Guy put against the boards, and they've called a foul there against Guy. And I don't know if it's a foul or a stoppage to check the player, but
it looked like a foul because he read the referee's signal. He signaled as if it was a foul, free kick for RGV.
They were both fighting. It looked like he came over Guy's back, and Guy ducked and let him come over. First foul is RGV over the back. Second, obviously dangerous for Guy to duck and allow the player to take that kind of contact.
I think that's one of those scenarios you just let it play.
Yeah. So Hammerski well off the line again. Save from Hammerski. Shot from number 15, Eusebio Bazalda. Rosales on the ball. He takes a touch past Lucio. He's into the offensive third. Smacked off the boards from Eusebio. There's Guy defending. They recycle it all the way back. Wichita looks like they're content with just staying here in this mid block or a little deeper even. So Taylor does well.
Good, Taylor.
Taylor does well with that one. Guy, can he play this down the boards and give Taylor a chance to get one back for Wichita? Big man Robbins is on the other side. He plays it across the boards. Robbins, goal! Wichita picks one up with 11 seconds left in the half, and it really comes down, LeBaron, to Taylor taking away that angle when he pressured David Arriaga.
Absolutely.
He steps to the defender, forces the pass, cuts the field in half. They make a mistake. Fabio throws it down the line. Taylor wants to lay it across to Robbins. Angle's gone, well defended. Finds the middle of the boards, lays it back to the big man, and Jared Robbins brings one back for Wichita right before the half. Big moment for Wichita to bring this game back within 3.
Like you said, that goal is manufactured from Taylor Henry from start to finish.
They got to be getting that from Kyle and Roger and Aaron down here. The staff down here has got to be saying, guys, you're pressuring the goalkeeper. When we say to go, you can't allow him to just have this option on his left shoulder. It's a left-footed player anyway, the keeper. He's looking to put that there. So now they're letting him pick up the ball on that near foot and cutting it in half. And Taylor's awareness of positioning leads to a goal for the Wichita Wings at the end of the half.
Plus,
Wichita get out of this at this point.
Plus, too, when you press the keeper
No
like
shot
that,
here. You don't want to let a shot off.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You know, when you press the keeper like they're pressing him, take that pass away, you know the keeper's not going to continue going forward. So everyone then at that point can step tight to their man to win that ball that he's going to play.
Well, we're going to take a break here and go to our halftime reel and commercials for the Wichita Wings. I'm Blake Shoemaker alongside LeBaron Holloman. We'll be back here in about 12 or 13 minutes.
Sorry, Chico. Sorry, Chico. Come on, come on, come on. I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, welcome to Family Mitsubishi. My name's Elmer. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, I know you're here to upgrade your car.
Yeah.
So I just need the keys and...
Chico, it's okay. We talked about this. It's Family Mitsubishi. We're in good hands.
Hey, Chico, just don't worry about it, man. We're family here. We're gonna take good care of you. Just give me the keys and I will show you that brand new car. All we need now is your signature.
Wait, Chico, you know what? This time, you can drive.
I believe when I was growing up that I was not the fastest. I was not the biggest. I was not the best dribbler. I was not the best shooter. I was not the best whatever. I believed that I was not the best. But I believed that I was a smart player. The indoor game was for me, man. I mean, I was like, okay, I can do this. You know, I love playing it off the boards. I love banging into the boards. I love the physical part of it and the excitement of it. And I remember scoring a few goals. My thing was somehow I needed to get to those boards. I needed to bang on those things and I needed to celebrate. And it was perhaps my last goal that I would ever score. And it was like that every time. And it was, you know, that was me. To me, that goal, that particular time, it was just a highlight that I needed to express for something to come out of me. And yeah, if it's flamboyancy, absolutely, if that's what they call it, but I call it just clear excitement for the fact that that's what you get paid for.
Game-winning goal is overtime, and this is what it's all about. God, man, I'm excited. This is beautiful.
Chico Borja, born in Ecuador, raised in New Jersey, American collegiate star, member of the U.S. national team.
Absolutely not. I play hard. I played as hard as I could every single game. I don't remember having a bad game, and I don't think that's saying that I'm egomaniac or whatever. I never did. I play hard. I score goals. After the game, it took me a long time to recuperate from those highs that I took myself into. To realize that we had an amazing product that was community-based, to see what the product was and to see how amazing it was, how you come in Wichita, are you ready? And it just went crazy, and the people see us playing the games and hoping, and there's another season that we lost in the playoffs, and man, we get behind them again and again and again and again until it was over. But while he was there, man, it was fun. It was awesome.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter, like figuring out which remote turns the TV on. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
Our community, it means everything to us. We live here and we play here. We are the Orange Army. Since 1979, our family is your family. We play for you. The history, it runs deep. And our future, it's bright. This season may be a little different than the past. But we're still your Wichita Wings. And you're still the greatest indoor soccer fans in the world.
Welcome back to Park City, Kansas. The RGV Barracudas versus the Wichita Wings. We're kicking off the third quarter, second half of action underway. I'm Blake Shoemaker alongside LeBaron Holloman. Wichita trails RGV 7-4. Stealing a goal back late in that second quarter with 11 seconds left was Jared Robbins, assisted from Taylor Henry. And we're back, and RGV back to their old tricks with.
Looks like we started the game.
Arriaga pushing the ball forward. Wings coming right to left in your screen. Arriaga here, the keeper, David Arriaga, at his goals against average on the season right now, only concedes 4 goals a match. And Wichita's going to have to do a lot better than that if they plan on getting a result this evening. And David Lucio clipped there behind the play as he was trying to play that ball out of pressure. And it looked like RGV wanted to calm down and move the ball and get goalkeeper David Arriaga into the flow of possession, try to keep Wichita on the field defensively. And then since then, nobody's really had control, and the ball's bounced around. Out of bounds restart. RGV back on the ball. Tenike's going to try this one. He's going to have Guy on the other side running with Juan Zamora. Zamora with the long touch, but he does well enough. Tenike, he hits that over the top, and Wichita dangerous, picking the ball off Arriaga. This is dangerous right now with David Arriaga down on the ground. Really didn't see much in that.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. When Juan went after the ball, they kind of had it coming together right there.
Yeah, not the biggest guy,
No.
David Arriaga. Juan Zamora, on the other hand, probably 6'2", couple hundred pounds, pretty solid guy as a target player, number 19 there for Wichita. They bumped, and here comes from Mid-America Orthopedics. Great time to plug our orthopedics partner, Joey Lewis, representing Mid-America Orthopedics. And when you come to Wichita, Wichita has Serena Little on the bench there as their trainer. And we also provide, on behalf of, thank you to Mid-America Orthopedics, Mid-America Orthopedics provides a trainer for the away team. So
that's beautiful.
Joey Lewis, the Wichita Wings trainer as well last year, is now the away team trainer, and he goes out to help Arriaga. If you look down at the RGV bench, what do you notice about their goalkeeper situation?
He's the only man. He's
they
the
did
man.
not dress 2 goalkeepers, folks. I know that they don't. You don't want to hear about that if you're a league official or anybody else. You want them to have 2 keepers. You don't want to see a field player have to go into goal. Of course, we've seen that over the years numerous times. And Wichita, we don't want to talk about the Mike Powers and Doyle and those guys for the sidekicks going in goal and some grind-out games. But Arriaga shakes it off, and just a little bit of a knock, he's going to play. Lauder's pressing him. Arriaga dumps that deep. Sack with the pressure, and that's going to bounce off the boards. Back to an RGV player. Sack defended well. Puts that out of play, but it bounces first. And that service is brought to us up here in the booth by the Hartman Arena staff, folks. You can't see, but they're doing a great job of providing water and food to LeBaron and I. There's Rosales back across to David Arriaga. No, he fakes it, cuts back in against Lauder. The Eagle fighting Rosales down, but Rosales turns again and takes a shot, blocked away by Lima. Another shot, blocked by Zamora, still on the ball. That's 26, Echeverry. He flips it across to Marcelo. Marcelo knocks it back across and finds their leading goal scorer, Ivan Martinez. And look, all of that starts. We go all the way back. If you've been watching this broadcast the entire time, we thank you for your viewership. Early in this match, we talked about what's really dangerous about RGV is the ability to penetrate in the 1v1 and carry the ball for 20 and 30 yards at top speed. And just putting everybody on their heels, and now you have to start to commit and shift. And their RGV, Lauder fighting him for 4 or 5 seconds up the field, and still Wichita never gets out of the defensive zone.
Right, and that's where, for me, Collins got to go ahead and concede, and let him go ahead and play it back to the keeper instead of trying to win the ball high up on the field there.
It's RGV now, 13 minutes left in this third quarter, up again, extends the lead to 4 goals, 8-4.
They do a real good job, RGV, of getting pressure on the ball.
Getting out and pressuring, and it's quicker than Wichita's movement of support, which ultimately means that Wichita has to dribble the ball a little bit now, and you can't go back to your keeper more than once. So now, look, you're getting pressed.
There it is again. Wichita's press is disorganized. It's not as organized. You got one guy pressing and then the other guy sitting behind, just sitting off of too much.
Now a 3v2 the other way. RGV does well to recover. Lucio on the ball. Can he draw a foul? Looks like he's gonna. That's put into the boards by Jose Martinez. Lucio on his left foot, and he's grimacing just a little bit. Lucio early in the season missed a few games with the back injury, so we'll hope that he's watch him closely here and hopefully he doesn't take any issues with that. There's Henry on the second post. Guy near post. He's hit it just over the bar. Clearance on a header. Henry grabs it. Cuts back upfield. Pressured by Rosales. Off the wall to Lauder. Lauder off the wall again. There's big man Robbins, and he just can't get a boot on it, but dangerous moment for Wichita. Another moment of transition. Oliveira throws it across. Guy to Henry. Henry starts it back over, finds Guy, and Lauder's going to ask Guy to hold this ball for a second as Lucio jumps back on and substitution. Wichita slows it down, finds Robbins. Robbins, Tenike, dispossessed. Off the wall, back out to Lucio. Lucio throws it in the corner to Henry or to Tenike. Tenike turns it over, and now there's a 2v1 counterattack. Sprayed out here wide to Jose Martinez. He's on the dribble. Off the wall, dealt with well from Hammerski, and although part of his body was out of the box, the ball wasn't, and neither were his hands.
Right.
Wichita's going to get a line change in here real quick. Guy needs to get off the field, and he does.
I like
Fabio.
Guy. A lot of good things that's happening through the wings right now is coming through him.
Yeah, you know, you can concede some games, and Wichita's so used to winning. Fans of the MASL, MASL2, and anybody that's watching for that matter are used to Wichita getting results in this league and taking care of business at home. Their only loss is at home so far. Christian Lima over the wall. But again, 7 rookies playing for Wichita, and Wichita really investing in, you know, some of these young rookies. Juan Zamora on the field now. Fabio, Guy, Christian Lima on the field. Still 3 rookies on the field most of the time for Wichita.
Right. So I don't think they need to pressure the goalkeeper back in the third right there. This is good here. Now everybody else needs to get tight.
Well defended from Lima. Has to track his runner still though, because Marcelo comes in, steps on top of Lima as he's trying to clear that ball. Can Lucio play that off the wall? He has. There's Felty. Really just needed to let it go to Fabio. Miscommunication. Sack falls down. Counterattack's on. Hold-up play from Ivan Martinez. Martinez to the left foot. He puts it in behind, trying to find number 4, Victor Jimenez. And Wichita dispossesses him and keeps the ball. Clearance, though, from Hammerski trying to be safe. Now, again, he has to come out and play with his feet. Misses the ball. Can he find Felty or somebody on the other side? That's Fabio.
See, they don't have anybody high, though, right now.
No, he really doesn't, and it was just going to be a dribble, but somehow he comes out of it with second post runner right now for Wichita. Can Fabio put that across goal? He smacks it. There's a player down behind the play here. And from the looks of this, he's showing us that it's a pretty severe injury. Stops the Wichita numbers, and it turns out that how he jumped up there, it very well may not be as bad as it may have looked.
It's not.
And
yeah, he'll be back in the game.
Yeah, it looked like he started to pop up, and the trainer told him to go back down at that point. Joey Lewis just wants to get a look at him, but once the play was dead, he was ready to get back up and move. So let's hope that there's not more into this, but it does look like he's going to be fine and rejoin this game. Wichita, on the other hand, in a 5v4 the other way, in possession, have the ball on their foot, and advantage taken away and called back. And here you see number 4, Victor Jimenez, after his injury there, trotting off and leaping over the boards in order to get back ready to play.
So he's got to wait for a guaranteed sub now, doesn't he, since the trainer came on for him?
I believe so, yes. And that's what pretty intelligent there, actually, from the El Capitan, Gustavo Rosales, because he came over and said, hey, don't make the mistake of running him back on the field before a guaranteed timeout, because we'll give up a 2-minute penalty. So good stuff from the skipper there. And that's Guy off his left foot. just a few inches over the bar, looking to bring Wichita back within another goal. Oh, that's a bad foul from Guy. We don't want the referee to go to his pocket on that, and fortunately he didn't get that much of him, but he did foul him, and it was late. Those are those rookie mistakes and fouls that we talk about. Don't let them out.
That's not necessary.
It was good pressure.
Yeah, it was really good pressure. He had him facing away from goal. Just didn't need to foul him there.
Oh, Guy's got him.
Got him.
Guy Oliveira from the south side of Hartman Arena sees the keeper off the line and says, hey, David Arriaga, have some of this. Finds him, finesses it off the left foot, and if anything's going to change, you're an unbeaten team. You're RGV coming into a pretty hostile environment. You got a 4-goal lead and you get one back like that. You usually concede 4 a game. Now we're at 5.
Right.
Things are already a little bit out of the ordinary. You're in a big venue with a lot of fans. You've now conceded more than normal. Can RGV recover from that, or is that the momentum that Wichita needs to get going?
Yeah, we can see hopefully Wichita can carry this momentum, carry it in and go ahead and get another goal. Take this to within a 2-point game, a 2-goal game. This is where we'll see what RGV's made of as well too, though. How composed they're gonna be and everything.
Segura tugging and fighting. Henry comes out with the ball. They let him play advantage for a second. Henry breaks the pressure, but nothing in it after that. So Drew Klimt brings it back. That's a foul on number 17, Antonio Segura. We saw Eric Flores with a bit of embellishment at half field as well, go down behind the play on a little bump from Daniel Sack. At this point, with the intensity and as much time is left in the pace of this game, you're going to have to allow a little bit of bumping. So let's see how this shakes out. That's Brian Otten says no. We're going to play through that. He brings it back for an advantage call. And it was a foul
on Lima
against Christian Lima, who now, he had 2 in the first half. One was a 2-minute penalty. That one late against a player against the boards facing away from the play.
Yeah.
No real reason to foul there, and Lima gives up a foul and lets him restart.
Oh. Yeah.
That's going to be a foul from Sack.
Daniel was fine until he swept him with the back leg.
He had the ball on the front foot, and then he came through on the back leg, and it wasn't anything malicious, but he did come through the second foot. Daniel Sack there with the foul, and that's going to put Eric Flores on this ball. You've also got Gustavo Rosales. Rosales now shifting to the other side to show his right foot.
Rosales.
This is a Rosales pass, but Flores shot the first one on his left foot. He does play Rosales. Hammerski punches that away, punches the next one away. 2 saves, great shots from Rosales. Wichita out on the counter. 3v3, can Lucio get going? Looks like he's going to draw advantage as they were tugging against each other, and nothing comes of it. Plays it into David Arriaga. Arriaga slows the team down, lays it off short. This ball's going to go backwards, back to Arriaga. Fabio Schneider covering Rosales, but he steps in. That ball's clipped to Rosales, and now Fabio's got a little work to do to track back.
See, and that's a moment right there where I don't think Fabio needs to, he needs to put pressure on the keeper because he's only got 4 seconds with it.
Yeah, he was so deep, he wasn't going to get to the offensive half, make him drive a little bit. It was just not, Wichita not quite understanding. And there's Rosales. Does he pay for this bit of embellishment? Doesn't look like he will, but Wichita now pressing deep in the corner. Oh, that's an elbow to the face against David Lucio, and how unnecessary is that? That's Marcelo. He's such an important player to this team. He's got Lucio on his back, and he turns and throws an elbow and smacks him right across the face. Wichita's going to get a power play down by 3 here, and now Marcelo on his second card. So one more card and Marcelo's done for the day, folks. And that's dangerous for one of their key players. Kevin Tenike asking Roger Downing to sort out his power play here and bring in Juan Zamora on the second post. And now you got Taylor Henry, Kevin Tenike, Guy Oliveira, Colin Lauder, and Juan Zamora. And Wichita looking to see if they can claw back into this game. There's Colin Lauder deep in the corner, lays it back to Guy. Guy back to Lauder. Lauder looking to find Tenike. He doesn't. Tenike pressing the ball, and now Rosales is going to run out. He does get through, and that's a foul against Guy.
That's his second.
Not much in it, but Rosales really well defended and comes running out. Again, we've seen Rosales and RGV a few times transitioning out of the back with the dribble, and they draw a foul there. They're looking to kill a little bit of time off of this penalty, and now in a 2v2 looking to score off of it. Hammerski's called into action, has to make a save off number 13, Jose Martinez. Martinez brings down Taylor, and Colin Lauder says, we're going to play. Wichita looking to try to keep RGV's power penalty kill on the fill, even though Jose Martinez does recover. Great ball in. Colin Lauder has to finish there. Great ball from Juan Zamora. Lauder misses a bunny. Wichita still in possession, and this is going to be dangerous if Tenai can find Guy. He does. Guy's touch backwards. And Guy, we don't need a foul here, right? And that's a foul against Guy, against Rosales, in fact, but maybe could have let him play there. I thought Rosales is the foul he drew before that. Same thing.
Same thing, exactly.
They probably should just let him play there, but Wichita,
We'll take it.
1 minute left in this power play, LeBaron. There's Henry.
Wichita needs to bring 2 up top. Since they're in a diamond, they need to bring 2 up top so they can isolate that target player.
Zamora, Lauder, Henry over to Tenai. Tenai flicks one in behind. Lauder goes to the ground and draws a foul just outside of the box. May have been in the box, in fact. Yeah, so it is top of the box. That's against number 18, Aldo Gonzalez. It's going to be a top of the box restart. Let's see if Wichita can take advantage of this.
I'd go to Guy.
Guy's going to have a go. Lays it off. Juan, shot, saved by Arriaga. Flicked back across, Arriaga picks it up, and he's going to delay a little bit of time. No, he's looking to counterattack right now. He's released the ball to Alejandro Rodriguez, who's off and running, and wins a restart in the Wichita defensive half.
It's a good free kick from Wichita. They got a shot on goal. So that's what you always want to see. Get a good shot, get a good chance on goal.
Good crowd tonight for Wichita. Again, still on the power play. Wichita's got 15 seconds left. Let's see if they can get something out of this. But Wichita's just pulling one more goal back into this. You got the feeling the crowd's really going to get behind the team if they can pull one back here. There's Tenai, touch. He's got a shot, and he scores! Goal, Kevin Tenai. Good ball across from Guy. That team, the penalty kill had been on the field for a long, long time. They got forward 2 or 3 times, and Wichita, with just seconds left in that man advantage, finds a way to pull this game back to 6-8.
Like I said earlier, all good things for the Wings are happening through Guy right now.
I agree. And Kevin Tenai twice in this game, big moments to kind of pull the Wings back and give them a bit of life. And I'm not sure if RGV was awarded a timeout or this might be the under 7.
I think this is a media timeout.
We'll take a media timeout here. We're going to take a little bit of break here during this officials timeout. We'll be right back with you in a minute or two.
Let's hear it, Wings fans. It's karaoke time. Keelan, are you ready? Let's hear it, Wings fans. What happened? What's wrong?
So we're back here in Wichita and a little bit of festivities. Obviously during Sweet Caroline, the fans got a little fired up and there was a yellow card bench warning to the coach for Carlos Portales. And unfortunately there is a miscommunication between David Arriaga and the coach. They're arguing, they're fighting over something in the huddle. It caused a scuffle, which saw them fight over the whiteboard, and then the board be flicked and thrown into the stands. A fan gets hit with the board. The fans give it back, but of course they don't give it back politely. They drop it into the bench, not throwing at it. But enough, the coach was frustrated enough to where they fought over it, and he kind of showed up the team. So whatever happened between Portales and Arriaga has seen Diego Arriaga benched in this game, and now they've had to go to a field player because we talked about it earlier. Anything that happens with your goalkeeper when you only travel one, you're in trouble. And now RGV, 2-goal lead, great, but they're having to go deep into the bench right now. They're having to bring in another keeper based on character issues between the head coach and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's
now great from a foot standpoint, but now is this going to be, is this tactically, defensively, any shot from Wichita, all those little close little parried balls that Arriaga made, is this player going to be able to make those saves? I don't know. And we've already seen Guy chip a keeper from half field. And this is Wichita out in transition. That's Fabio. We'll see what happens right off the bat when Wichita gets their next chance. Fabio Snyder still fighting through traffic, and just needs to learn to hold up that play a little bit, but RGV does well with that, wins it back, holds up the play. This is only going to be another foul from Christian Lima, and that's going to be I believe his third foul of the half. It's at least 2. It seems, his second of the half, his third foul. So his only one in the first half went for a penalty. I believe they got that wrong. I think Lima's on 4, if I'm not mistaken, but it is his second foul of the half nevertheless, and Lima just doesn't need to commit penalties like that.
No, there's no need whatsoever.
Guy with the giveaway. Hammerski comes, and that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, Hammerski comes in from behind Eric Flores and puts him on the ground, and whether or not Flores is hurt here, I don't think he is, because Hammerski could have done a lot worse than he did.
Yeah, he could have. He could have. Yeah. It's just a catastrophe all the way around. Bad giveaway from Guy. Then to give up the 2-minute penalty. The guy had his back to the goal, so there's really no need to go through him right there. It looks like the goalkeeper's going to take it.
Well, again, he's not really their goalkeeper, right?
True.
So I think it's Ivan. I can't tell on the back of his jersey, but I believe this is Ivan Martinez, who is their leading goal scorer anyway, that they've had to put in goal because he's obviously the backup in the event they need one. But look, Hammerski mistake there, coming through the back of that player and not just making him hold the ball up.
Right.
And let's see if Steven can make a save here. These are awfully difficult, point blank, and it's in the back of the net.
RGV goal scorer off the penalty kick, number 21, Ivan Martinez.
Wichita needs to get on the board, get this next goal, keep it close going into the fourth quarter, and that's what you want. You want to try and keep it close until you get into the fourth quarter, and then you go with 6th attacker and see the game through that way. But you got to keep it close until you can get to that point.
So now 6-9, back up 3, and that may be a 2-minute penalty there against Alejandro Rodriguez, but it's not. Puts Taylor into the boards. Shot, Tenai, top shelf. Wichita is going to drag themselves back into this game behind none other than Kevin Tenai on his hat trick this evening. Completes the hat trick. Tenai, I don't know that Arriaga was going to get that one had he had been in the game. He had plenty of time to put that thing top shelf.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got that. That's great. What was good, though, from Kevin, too, is he recognized that space was there because of the pressure, and he stepped into that pocket of space right there and got himself into a good goal-scoring scenario.
Yeah, now RGV showing they're going to lay this ball back and run and try to get in behind Wichita here. Kevin Tenike urging the crowd to stay with them, stay in this game. Wichita back down 2 after giving up that penalty kick. Tenike comes back. There's a bicycle kick after a push-off, though. Definitely was a foul. We've seen a lot less than that. Tenike saying, I'm committed. It's a 2-hand shove. I'll take the 2-minute penalty, but ultimately, Erwin Rodriguez, good-looking bike.
Here's what baffles me was Drew made the call from way over there, and Brian was standing right there, and he was content to let it play.
It was certainly a push.
Yeah.
Now Wichita needs to be careful. Oh, that's going to be a top of the box, and can they get their unit in here? Here comes trying to get Jared off right, or trying to get Jared and Taylor on for Juan, and they do get a good sub from Peter Espinoza. Now they're going to have Guy on the right, Tenike up top, Lauder out wide, Robbins and Taylor near side. This is going to be laid over to Lauder. Shot blocked. Another restart coming for Wichita, this one from the edge. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. This game is what it was made up to be. Been a fun one so far. A little bit of skill from Lauder. It's a transition moment for Eric Flores. He holds the ball up. And Wichita, they're starting to win some of these battles in this part of the Guy forces that thing over, and Wichita's going to need to get a line change while he's done that. But Wichita's starting to win some of those 50-50 balls in the midfield. Some of those pressing moments, they're dribbling out of them. They're a little bit quicker now, and that's giving Wichita a little bit more chance than the mistakes they're making in the first half, where those were turnovers and cost goals.
Once again, Drew makes the call from here. Brian's content to let it play.
That's true, but you also have veteran referee in the box on the microphone, Brian Bauer. And Brian Bauer is that third eye, right?
Yeah.
So you essentially got 5 referees here, the 2 in the penalty box, the fourth referee, or the third referee, and then the 2 floor guys. So 3 of them are on the microphone together, so sometimes that call comes from the box. Good saves from Hammerski. The second one just phenomenal. Fabio gives that thing away, and these are the mistakes we talked about when they win it, is turning it right back over instead of holding the ball and letting your team get some changes.
Yeah, exactly.
Rosales.
Got to be a little more composed.
Shot saved by Hammerski. Rosales down in the corner. Looks like they're calling a foul against Sack, and Sack's saying, look, he's already shot, he's off balance. I barely touched him, but nevertheless, a foul against Daniel Sack. It's going to be a restart. Rosales comes up holding his ring finger.
Rosales, for all the embellishment that he has, he's a good player, man.
For what it is, and we can sit here and talk about it, it is a little bit much, but he's a fantastic player. There's a reason he's wearing the captain's band. A great opportunity there, though, for Echeverria, and he puts it out of bounds. But, yeah, he's controlled the tempo for them. He's made decisions come over. Hey, don't let us make the mistake of bringing him back on and going short. And, he's really is the captain of this team, and you can see it. He's a coach on the field. The delay, a lot of it, the embellishment has came from him, but they've all came in good times for the most part. There he is defending Colin Lauder. Lauder tries to play it off the boards, broken up there. Keeper can't touch it. It's laid out of bounds. Tenike's going to commit. He flicks it into the corner, but it's over the boards and out of bounds. Juan Zamora, Colin Lauder, Guillerme Oliveira.
What an exciting game. What an exciting game. It's everything that you want in a game, Obviously, as Wings fans, you want the Wings to be on top. But, the way the game's going, this is going to go down to the last minute.
Yeah, I don't know what the numbers are. We'll call it close to 3,000. It's well above 2,000, probably 2,500 to 3,000, something like that, just by oddballing it. We don't know. Oh, and Hammerski has to go full stretch on that one. We don't know if he got fingertips, but he laid out for it, and it was a good strike. Here's the press from Wichita. Oh, and unlucky. Deflection off Juan, ball in, shot. And Wichita really needs to recover and set up their shape here.
Yeah, they're good now. They've got their shape back. They're good.
But you're right. This is a great atmosphere. The fans are here. I don't know if it's... Oh, Hammerski. Uh-oh, that might be a 2-minute penalty because it was an empty net. Hammerski's asking for it, so he gets shoved. Another delay, a foul. But you had... and we're still... We believe it's Ivan Martinez that's there, but the shove stopped Hammerski from throwing it into an empty net. Nobody was in the defensive half of the field. lucky for RGV to get away with that without a penalty there, but atmosphere, intensity, scoreline, everything turning out to be an interesting match, and that's Kevin Tenike stops that one right in front there, and he's not happy with it, but he tries to take a block. Lucio a little bit lost as well.
Yeah, Lucio got caught ball watching.
But Lucio and Tenike both not knowing where the ball was.
Yeah.
Tenike saying, I'm screening the feet, you're marking the guy, you don't let him get loose. And unfortunately, a mistake between those two and ball watching gets you back to a 3-goal lead for RGV.
Yeah, we just can't get over that hump right now of 2 goals. Get into within 1 goal. Get a little bit closer. Rosales doesn't sub out either. It's like he stays on the field.
You could call his name almost every possession. Here he is defending against David Lucio. Lucio a little bit slow on the ball, gets dispossessed as Marcelo comes back to defend. Bad foul from Jared Robbins, brings down Rosales, and one that he's not embellishing there as Robbins comes in and clips him from behind. Oh, this is a bit aggressive from RGV to send the keeper forward right there, and it wasn't them sending it. The keeper just deciding maybe he needs to go. Espinoza into a tough challenge, and he's a little bit hurt there. Let's see if he can play through it. Good challenge from Pete, but he's now hurt. Now he's limping. He needs a sub. They need to make a change quick. Definitely did his ankle, it looked like right there. Robbins tracking back, and this is the danger from RGV where they drive forward. Fabio's going to have to leave his man in front of the ball. And that thing smashed across goal just above the upright. Lucio misses a chance to play off the boards to Henry, but he wins it back, clips it across to Branson Felty. Felty 1v1. Defender says, let's go. Felty turns, recycles. Fabio, Lucio, can he look for his shot? He's cut back, and he draws a foul, top of the box. And that one against our man, Gustavo Rosales. And Lucio really, the defender played him to his left. Lucio pushed it by and just drew that obstruction, a little bit of contact. Guy and Tenike over the top of this ball. They're not going to get much out of it. They waited too long, but Henry, they got everything they wanted out of it. Henry open at the backside.
Wide open.
32 seconds left in the third quarter. We got an exciting game here in Wichita.
I don't know how anybody cannot like this indoor game. It's so exciting. A lot of goals, a lot of action. You know, it's everything that as a sports fan you'd want to have.
We have another player down on the pitch here. Trainer's going to have to come out. It's again Joey Lewis from Mid-America Orthopedics. And fortunately, that slowed down the restart for Wichita for RGV. And even more fortunately, he's healthy enough to jump over the boards as he gets to the boards. So good stuff, good leaping. We're ready to go. Ball deep in the corner for Zamora. Guy running off of that, but Juan doesn't get a piece of it. Henry picks it up. Counter-attack opportunity, and that thing rolls out of bounds, fortunately for Wichita. A good ball right there would have put Echeverry in, at least at the minimum in a 2v1.
Yeah, we got to let off the hook a little bit right there, because that, like you said, that could have been an odd man rush right there with a few seconds left of the game, or the quarter, sorry.
So now down to 15 minutes left in this match. Wichita needs to recoup here and figure out what it's going to take to get back into this game. And really, look, it's get it back to 2 goals and find that 1-goal lead. Obviously, it has to keep coming down to be in the game. But like you said, it hasn't been within 1 for quite some time. But Wichita's really toyed with the notion of getting it there.
Right. Yeah, they're right there. They're right there. It's just they can't get over that hump though of getting within 1 goal.
So we got Johnny Freedom down there with a little bit of magical chairs, it looks like. I'm not sure if looks like there's a soccer ball included as well. We'll take a quick break. We'll stay right here with you during the third quarter promotion, but LeBaron and I will take a moment.
No crying. No crying. Okay. All right. Kiki, on you, baby. On you. Go, ladies. What's your name? Avery's out. All right, girls, you're up. One ball this time, ladies. One ball. Move, Chico. Chico, move. Oh! We got a winner. What's your name, honey? This is Kaya. We get a round of applause for Kaya. Congratulations. You did good. Hey, let's get these wings players going, y'all. But first, look at that balloon top over there, Jared.
Crazy Coon, getting those balloons ready.
And we're back. Started the fourth quarter. Wings down by 3. Ball to the second post. That's laid in from Guy to Fabio. Fighting deep in the corner. Fabio brought down. Nothing in it, says the referee. Guy on the ball dancing. Fabio plays it across to Henry. Intercepted from RGV. They're on the counter. Well defended from Henry. Can he not dive here and just hold up the player? He has. That's Jared Robbins coming back to help, but a bit of dancing from Antonio Segura. Well played from Antonio Segura. Breaks the pressure, holds the ball, and now 6th attacker forward again. Even though it's not necessary because they're behind, they use it for a number advantage and to allow that extra touch. Stephen Hammerski thought twice about going ahead and going deep. He does anyway, but he thought about trying to beat the goalkeeper who is out of position. Wichita already scored once this evening, where Guy Oliveira caught David Arriaga off his line. Of course, that was before Arriaga and head coach Carlos Portales had a little bit of disagreement, seeing David Arriaga spend the rest of this match on the bench.
That's a bold call from Perales, too.
You know, this game,
Very bold call.
as a coach, though, there's 2 touches, a mistake there because he got it right off the bat. He's going to set it down, and if he sets it down, Lucio can chip, and he does, and he totally misses. Lucio's not happy with Drew Klimp because Drew Klimp picked up the ball, walked away, and came back. The referee's job is not to walk away with the ball, it's to spot it quickly and get away. And Lucio says, hey, look, there's an opportunity. You gave them an advantage. Ultimately, look, you're a coach.
Yeah.
You got your human traits and your player traits, and you draw a line down the middle, and you hope that you have quality players that you also can take those names and put them under human first, right?
Right.
Name, what do you know about Branson Felty? Oh, he works hard, he doesn't quit, he's got good character, he's a raw guy. Yeah, he scores goals for us, but it's because he's this, and this, right? Or Kevin Tenike, he's a leader. And at the end of the day, if you can't take that player and put him into that category, then you already have that little bit of he's only a player for us.
Right.
And then you have a moment where he questions you or whatever may happen in front of the team. And I'm not saying that, but there's 2 sides to every story, so it could be something totally different. It could be a misunderstanding. But
yeah, but you can't, as a player, you can't show up in the moment, you can't try to show up the coach. You know, at the end of the day.
Stephen Hammerski gets his fingers on the hard one on the second post and pushes it away.
No.
And then this simple little roller, I don't even know how it fit through, LB. There's no space there. Goes through his legs and takes this lead to 4 goals. Look, there's been a couple in this game that Hammerski's going to want back, but none more crucial than that one.
Yeah, that was a bad goal. That's a bad goal. He's definitely got to make that save. I mean, that was a save was harder to miss than to make, I think.
Yeah, you know, you've got RGV's an unbeaten team. They're quality side, professional organization, getting good results, coming in confident. You know, you bring these Cleveland Crunches and RGV and some of these teams that they win, they have that culture, they score a lot of goals. You really have to rely on your keeper. And Hammerski has made some big saves tonight. So ones that you wouldn't think a guy would make, in fact. Right. Then to have those, it's a bit of a letdown. So you need him to make 100% of those and then add the other ones.
This is good pressure from Wichita now. They did very well there.
Schneider bumped off the ball. That's 22, Ortega carrying it up, turns, resets, and they'll look to play out of the back. Back to Ivan Martinez. He hits the ball deep into the corner. That's off the boards. Sal Ortega back on the ball, Henry in to try to win, but Ortega comes out with it, and this creates a bit of a number situation on the far side. They found him. That's number 15, Eusebio. Eusebio plays to Ivan. Ivan across. Back to Ortega. Ortega. Back to Eusebio. Eusebio's going to have a go, and he does it. It's blocked by Fabio. Zamora coming in to challenge, and that's blocked out of bounds by Fabio. Wichita and RGV getting line changes in. 11 minutes, 53 seconds left in this game. Wichita down 7-11. 4-goal difference, and RGV just keeps pushing this lead. When Wichita gets close, push it back out a little bit. And Wichita really needs a moment and put a couple goals together. And here's a transition for Lima. Lima in behind, dispossessed. Well defended from Irvin Cortez. And that'll be his only touch. Now you got to go a little bit. Hits that upfield to the target and misses. This is Guy running in transition, eliminating players as he goes. Has a go and he misses. It's blocked away, but Robbins finds it. Guy in support of Robbins. Robbins skips him to Tenike. Tenike over to Lucio. Lucio, Tenike, back to Guy. Guy in the 1v1. Mistake from Guy. That's broken up by Rosales, and now a 2v1 the other way. 3v3. And Lucio does well to hold up the play.
Wichita did very well to get numbers back right there.
Now, can they find Tenike? Felty to Tenike. Tenike's going to have a go. He smacks one near post and just misses wide.
He was trying to go high near shelf, up top shelf on the near post side.
You got to keep testing the keeper. He did that right when he first came in. And here's Tenike telling Lucio, hey, we need to get you up when we're pressing. We're pressing and you're too far behind us. And it's not just David. This is something that we talked about early in the game. Wichita's pressing the goalkeeper and that first defender, but the next player's so far off that it's too easy to break the pressure.
Exactly.
Wichita's going to need to press to get back into this game and to have a shot. They're going to have to do it intelligently like they did when we saw Taylor Henry's transition assist. Good tackle again from Henry. Henry just over the lines, looking up.
Where is he going?
Nowhere. It looks like he wanted to try to beat the keeper, but doesn't. Rosales goes down, draws a foul, and they're going to give that call against Taylor Henry.
Yeah, the press from Wichita is initiated from the front, but it's organized from the back, though. The players in the back, as soon as they see the target player or whoever the top player is initiate the press, the two guys in the back have to step forward immediately.
Let's give Kevin Tenike a little happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kevin! 23 years old, Kevin Tenike, there over right here. 23.
Colin Lauder cutting that pass off, exactly what we talked about. They play it through and speed up Martinez. Martinez chips it to the second post, and that's what you want. He can't touch it again. Well, I think maybe he can because he was in the other half.
Yeah.
Right. Great strike, though, there from Aldo Gonzalez, number 18. Smacks one off the upright. Juan Zamora, and they're going to get a 2 on that. Poor foul from RGV. Zamora eliminating players in the dribble. Had a guy on his shoulder, had support behind him to bring him down right there. Very fortunate for Wichita because he's really not going anywhere.
Exactly. They had numbers back too, you know.
Aldo Gonzalez disagreeing, saying we're side to side. Arguing with Drew Klemp, asking for the fans to taunt him a little bit. Good showmanship. We'll always love that. Engage the fans just a little bit. Let's keep it a little respectful, but it's okay to be on the other half of that.
For sure. I like to see Taylor Henry test the keeper right there.
Yeah, that's the thing is it doesn't have to be a tap-in. This is not their first keeper. And they're going to go to a 2-minute penalty on that one. There was nothing there. So Wichita, who was on a power play, Colin Lauder comes back and clips Jose Martinez, and now he's going to the box. He felt like he had the ball. Well played from Jose Martinez, and we're going to play 4v4 for the next minute and 46 seconds. These are the penalties that really hurt Wichita in their one loss of the year when New Mexico came in here, and Wichita would be up on a power play, give away a 2-minute, or kill a penalty and then go right back on the penalty kill.
Yeah, this was a bad timing.
Not only that, it's really a 5v4 because they play with the keeper. Of course, the keeper out, and they're playing with the sixth attacker for this half. This is a difficult, that fifth player right now really can stretch the 4-man box that Wichita is set up in. And it's really going to feel like Wichita's on a penalty kill here.
Exactly, yeah. RGV's on a power play.
That's good stuff from Guy to cut that in half. Back to Felty. Now they're going to play direct. Wichita needs to come forward and see if they can win that. They don't. Hammerski takes that one off the face, but a good save from Stephen Hammerski. Over to Ten Eyck. Ten Eyck to Felty. Felty under pressure here. Victor Jimenez takes Felty's shoe off. Steps on his ankle. It's a foul on Jimenez. Guy, Ten Eyck. Now we're going to play 4v4 the other way. Juan Zamora down in the corner. He's in a 1v1. Looks to go by. He does. Hits a shot and saved. He hits it off the boards and it trickles in. And Ivan Martinez over to make a save. And this is a dangerous moment. Guy's going to have to kill this off in a 2v1. Can Hammerski make a save? Not going to be able to. Wichita. And unfortunately for Wichita, because there's 2 penalties, that does not kill the other penalty.
No.
Wichita will still be in a man-down situation when you add the goalkeeper for the next minute. It puts Wichita down by 5 goals, 12-7, and that, RGV getting out and running.
Yep, they got out and run, and it was real good from the support player to get out on the run with them. And he was more committed to getting to that spot, satisfying that position more so than the wings defender was. Tell you what, the sixth attacker strategy that RGV's played with has been very good tonight. It's asked a lot of questions of Wichita, something they haven't seen very much. At least, they've seen sixth attacker before, but not for an extended period of time like they've had to do it tonight.
Wichita Wings make a goalkeeper change and goal now number 51, Taylor Harris.
Stephen Hammerski.
That's interesting.
And not much Hammerski was going to do about that. That's a 2v1, Guy chasing. Hammerski has to step to the ball, and it's an easy tap in on the second post. Maybe he was injured. And Wichita maybe thinking about going to the here pretty quick as well. This is trouble if they find the second post. They have. And
That's
Taylor Parrott get a block from Ten Eyck, and Parrott
clearance.
And Wichita now 8 seconds left in their man short situation, trying to kill off this 6v4 that you see right now from RGV. Eric Flores now calling Lauder out of the box. He's coming to pressure. And the Wings are going to have to pick up their intensity pretty quick. They're really stretched thin. They need to apply pressure on the goalkeeper when he gets these touches, and here he comes to show for this ball.
This is good work from RGV, keeping this Wings group.
Fabio takes that one off the face. There's Taylor Parrott. Fabio, hopefully he's all right. He seems like he's going to be fine. Parrott dumps this deep to Jared Robbins. Robbins a header on to Lima. Lima just trying to get his, and that's Peter Espinosa's knee just went out behind the play, and that's never good.
No, he's done his knee.
Yeah.
He's done his knee. Oh, yeah.
Peter Espinosa, he just falls down behind the play, and we know Pete from the broadcast and from being around the Wings for better than a decade.
He's had a tough night.
He's had a tough one.
Had his ankle earlier, now his knee.
Yeah, this one looks a little bit worse. The other one was at least in a challenge, so it could have been a stinger. This was him cutting and changing direction.
Yeah.
And right on top of that was Ivan Martinez, who said, hey, look, that doesn't look okay, and bring out trainer Serena Little. And he's going to get up and put a little pressure on this and try to walk off with the trainer. But I'm going to say that's probably it, all we'll see from Peter Espinosa this evening.
Yeah. So what we got here, free kick, drop ball. What's the story going on here?
I believe that there was really no possession, that the Wings were shorthanded, and I would guess the play would be coming out and allow it to play it to Ivan Martinez. Play it. I mean, if they want to do that, that's fine. But if I'm Wichita, I let this ball roll to the RGV team because everybody kind of stopped and allowed the play to end.
It doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like it's going to be start from the keeper's throw.
Right. I mean, they did press. They did have a chance to score. They took a couple shots out of it. But I believe this ball needs to just be hit to RGV. And it doesn't, so they get it anyway. Three lines from Taylor Parrott, and rookie goalkeeper now for Wichita.
Yeah, but I like to see Jared work a little bit harder, though, to prevent that, right? He knows it's about to go over 3 lines. He's got to work a little bit harder.
So we're going to go to the 6th attacker. Wichita at a timeout here with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. Wichita down by 5, going to go to the 6th attacker. One of two things comes out of that, right? You either get drug out and this thing gets ran up, or you're going to possess the ball a little bit and get some chances.
They got to get shots.
We've seen crazier things in indoor.
For sure.
This is 5 goals in 6 minutes and 20 seconds. It is a tall order, but you also got a goalkeeper that's not your number one usually. Right. They've had a goalkeeping issue down here as well. Wichita needs to get shots, and they need to put these shots on frame.
On frame, exactly. Crank out a lot of shots, get them on frame. Like you said, they don't have their starting keeper in right now. They don't even have he's a field player. So they need to test him. We'll see what RGV's energy is like, because they're usually a high energy team. But I think I started to notice their legs are starting to go a little bit, so they're not as they don't have the same energy as they had.
Tough road trip for them as well. They have to turn around and head to Amarillo, where they're going to have to play in the Civic Center, and that's going to be 2 games in a row in arenas on bigger pitches than what they're used to. And this, although this is a 5-goal game right now, it's been a lot closer back and forth, and felt like, it was going to be closer than this with 6 minutes left. Wichita opting to go to the 6th attacker on this defensive moment as well instead. So this is a difficult position, because ultimately Kevin Teneyck's in goal, who's not a goalkeeper, and they're in a set piece.
I think I probably would have left the keeper in and then get him subbed off.
Got him sub on the fly, but Wichita going, hey, we don't have time to wait a minute to try to get him into the game.
And I guess the thinking would be too is, we're down by 5. What's the difference, 5 or 6?
But they smack one high and they put it in the back of the net, and that's the reason you don't do that.
Yeah.
And Daniel Sack turns and says, I told you we shouldn't go to it. And Kevin says, well, if we don't go to it, then what, right?
Right.
But that was a moment we called out right there.
Yeah.
Taylor Parrott's a big figure in the goal.
Yeah.
Whether you got to think he's going to get a mid on that thing somewhere, right?
Yeah, he just powered that right above Kevin. He's not a keeper, though. He's not a keeper, so You know, his natural instinct is probably not to be prepared for a save with his hands right there.
Yeah, just the veteran leadership and understanding of this game and going up a man even with the goalkeeper change and playing the sixth attacker, trying to control the possession and create chances. From what we've seen from RGV, you know, is Wichita's youth that now even had a rookie keeper, so it would have been the eighth rookie. I said 7 earlier. We didn't add the goalkeeper, so 8, and that gives us 6 rookies played in this game. Is that some of these mental errors, or is it just, you know?
Yeah, it's their mental errors and their positional errors, you know, just from, you know, just not knowing, you know, learning the game, learning where to be, learning how to pressure, when to pressure, where to be when the team's pressing.
Juan Zamora going to the ground as that ball banged off the boards from Guy. Wichita, although they're still dangerous, it's indoor. The ball's coming off the boards. They're bouncing around. They really haven't calmed down and tested this goalkeeper at all since they made a change. A bit disappointing for a Wings fans' perspective because you see this keeper change and you're thinking, hey, look, you know, we can test this guy. Right off the bat, Tenite comes out, does that, and you know, now floodgates have opened. It's a second opportunity for Guy, and he almost puts it in. But Wichita again needing quick goals, but they need better opportunities than the ones they're getting. There's a throw by Martinez, throws it forward. Henry going up challenging against Rodriguez.
Lima got lucky there.
Both teams with 6th attackers now. Not sure who's down for RGV, but like you said, Lima involved in that. Oh, smacked in the face for the keeper, too. We got 2 players down. Oh, looks like Eric Flores is going to be up and okay. However, Ivan Martinez just saved that one with his jaw. So we're going to have to check out the goalkeeper because that's a contact to the head there.
Injury timeout. It's an injury timeout on the head shot. David Trainer.
It's going to be a long road trip for Ivan Martinez if they don't sort out this relationship between the goalkeeper and the coach.
Yeah, that's definitely not his preferred position for sure. Yeah,
he's leading the team in goal scoring. He scored a penalty kick as the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and you can tell he's not as comfortable back there, you know, as he is up front as a target player.
Yeah. But to be honest, their possession has even been a little bit better. He's finding those little pockets to you know, even when they're pressing, he's breaking the press because of his movement.
Right. He knows where to move to break the press. You know, and he's not as worried about, you know, the goal as a goalkeeper would be.
Aldo Gonzalez going to be fouled there, it looked like, by Jared Robbins, and they do got it. Maybe the second one. Not sure that he got him in the face. It looked like he got him in the ankle, but
yeah, it's not.
Aldo Gonzalez down, grimacing, holding his face. Gonna need the trainer. Mid-America Orthopedics back out to treat RGV Barracudas. This is Aldo Gonzalez on the ground.
Yeah, I think he got pushed into the boards a little bit, you know. But for me, it looked like he hit his face on the boards. If his face got hit anywhere,
and maybe on his way down when he did get tangled up with his feet, he was fouled. He was bumped into the board shoulder to shoulder a little bit. They let him play through it, and then he got his ankle. Now Jared Robbins is a big guy, right? 6'3", 4", something like that. So maybe did get him with an elbow.
Maybe, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be up like, you know, before the other guys. He'll be up running around in here in just a few seconds.
Hurdling the bench in a moment.
Yeah.
So good news for RGV fans and RGV players. Aldo Gonzalez is up, no blood, no foul. He's going to be fine. Walking back to the bench, holding his head here. If he clipped his head on the boards, the trainer just need to put him into a little bit of protocol to get a look at him. Looks like he's fine on the bench.
Yeah.
Save by Tenike, bounced off the boards on the restart. Now to Christian Lima. Lima breaks out, but loses the ball off the boards, and this is trouble. 3v1 the other way. Ball tossed across. Saved by Kevin Tenike, now on 2 saves. Rosales, little bit of skill from Rosales. Lima turns and hits it out of bounds, but he's on the other side of the line.
Yeah.
Brian Otten signaling, and Drew Klimp fixes it, but it looked like it hit the arm of Rosales on the way out of bounds
thought it
anyway.
did too. Yeah.
Nevertheless, a restart for them. And the Wings just very nonchalant to finish this game. Fans headed for the doors right now, right? For less than 4 minutes left, and just not a lot of fight left in this group. Kevin Tenike's made a few saves, but nonchalantly trying to pass the ball, out of the back, or just like Guy working hard, but too much. It would be nice to see the intensity from some of these guys off the ball.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they've had 6 attacker, but RGV's had more of the play.
Wichita with an opportunity there. Felty not in support of Henry, but Henry just gives it away, doesn't even look to see where the support is. There's a ball to the second post. Kevin again with another save. Kevin's save percentage getting pretty good right now, 4 out of 5. First one off that restart where they just smacked it up top.
That's right.
If Kevin was just tired of being in the field and it said, hey, look, we need to go 6th attacker anyway. I'll take this opportunity now. If we need 5, it's not like we need 1. Let's go now. Good tackle from Ivan Martinez.
Really good tackle.
And a no look. He goes the other way with it. Another save from Tenike. Headed back. Thrown from Tenike to Zamora. Now, Wichita brought Kevin Tenike in not just to make saves, obviously. They brought him in to go 6th man. Yeah. Have you seen anything? This game is out of reach, right?
Right.
You're at 3-minute mark. You're in a 6-goal game. Has Wichita calmed down and took advantage of learning this moment? Can you take something out of it as a coach right now?
Well, as I'm looking at it and the way it's playing out is they got to get on the ball and have some possession with it, right? They're trying to get forward too quick, instead of putting their foot on the ball and keeping it. So now here we go. Now it gives Kevin the time to get forward and get involved in the play.
Move the ball a little bit here, right? Get a good look. Just make 1 count.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't have to be a battle and a shield and a hold-up play. Can we turn and swing this ball? You're up 6 on 5.
Exactly.
This looks to be a dummy from Taylor Henry, a ball laid back across for Tenike, if I had to guess.
I would say so, too.
And Henry will throw a pick. Now embellishment down low, and number 4, Victor Jimenez, didn't like a bump with Juan Zamora that sent Victor to the ground. He gets up chirping at Juan. And Juan's telling him that's fine if you're interested.
I can see some 2-minute penalty coming out of here. Again, Rosales was over controlling his player again. He's a good leader. He's a good leader for them.
Timeout, Wichita. Wichita's Evans Building Company is a general contracting firm specializing in design, build, construction of pre-engineered metal building systems. Easy to build with for more than 57 years.
Yeah, great to see this game came back to 6-8. Then 9-7, and it really looked like Wichita was going to get that 1 goal to pull them back within 1 and get the fans behind them. The fans, still a couple thousand people in here. The fans never really left the support of the team. They just haven't had much to cheer about. It hasn't really been attractive. They haven't ever got the lead under 2. There hasn't been a lot of passion, even on the goals. Players aren't on the walls. They're not on the boards. They're really not. What an opportunity to get this big crowd behind you. And, that's it's not just the players' decisions there. I got to hold Roger Downing, Kyle, all those guys accountable for that. You win at home. You want to win at home, but you want to entertain at home.
Right.
And when the opportunities were there, when you pulled back into this game, it can't just be a goal and trot back. You have to capture that momentum. You have to go to the boards. You got to Chico Borja getting a painting made of him tonight, right? And they're auctioning that thing off. You got to go beat Chico Borja on the boards, or Dale Irvine after he scores.
Yeah.
You got to bring something different. And unfortunately, down by a couple, this team failed to show that sort of energy and leadership.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because they worked their way very well back into the game. Little double pass.
It's something, as a somebody that's involved in this organization I pride myself on, and definitely spoke about it today, in fact, that, hey, look, this will be a good crowd. Don't forget to go entertain, play with passion, play with your heart, but make sure that you're engaging them.
Yeah.
And I think that the opportunities have been there. Matt Sherritt, smallest guy on the field, trying to win a ball in the air. So now this is going to be a 1v1 between Eric Flores and Kevin Teneyck. What's it going to be? Teneyck with the kick save. Teneyck, what a save percentage from Kevin.
Yeah, ever since that first goal that went in, he's only conceded once. And Fabio tries to force that and chipping, another rookie mistake. Wichita, it doesn't matter at this point how much time's left. Can you just calm down and make the most out of it? And I don't know if that foul's going to be on Kevin Teneyck or on Gustavo Rosales, but let's go back to when the same thing happened down here with Guy when a player was coming over his back and he ducked and sent the player into a dangerous position. It went the other way. Look, Kevin Teneyck got put into a very precarious situation because the defender opted out and took his legs. Even though Kevin was over the back, the defender took the rest of him out. I'm sure, he'll be up.
He'll be up and okay, but Kevin Teneyck definitely took the worst end of that.
Yeah. Yeah, like you were saying earlier, Wichita just didn't take advantage of momentum that they generated with the times they did generate momentum. They just never really took advantage of that scenario and that situation when it happened for them. Because they were definitely, early in the game, they were up in the game, and then they battled back to within 2 goals twice and just never really kicked on from there.
And Gustavo Rosales is going to be okay, fortunately for RGV. Is holding his lower back, and certainly hope that you don't come out of a game like this late with an injury, and especially something to a lower back that can take an unknown amount of time to recover from and be tweaked. So hopefully he can recover there. There's Branson Felty. He finally puts one in for Wichita. He's been on a couple-game goal-scoring drought. He's number 3 in the league in goal scoring and leads the Wings, but really just hasn't been productive enough over the last couple weeks. And gets one here in trash time for Wichita. I like to see the guys show a little bit of heart and see if they can't put a few more in.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it's about right now. It's about respect. Can you have a little respect in yourself and of what you're trying to do, and play with a bit of passion.
Just donated $650 to Wichita Wings. Soccer scholarship.
Too slow. Oh, they called a foul there.
And the clock's still running. They got a problem up there in the scores table, but they fixed it. Not that you're going to see 5 goals in 55 seconds, but Wichita really needing to take something out of this and finish on a good note.
Right.
And they do. They calm down, swing it side to side, teach some of these rookies how to play with the 6th attacker. Second post, that's Henry. Heads it up, goes up again. Up, Lima mishits. Henry on the ball, needs to just be composed here, see if he can start it over. Tries, does. Lauder, Lima flicks it forward, misses. 27 seconds left, that's put out of bounds. And Lima into a pretty heavy challenge there with Antonio Segura.
Yeah, he's not afraid. One thing
he didn't opt out to too many, does he?
No, he doesn't. He's not afraid to leave a foot in, that's for sure.
Now 20 seconds left. This is Colin Lauder up the side. No doubt this game's decided in the favor of RGV, but Wichita trying to pull back into one, and there's one deep from Colin Lauder in stoppage time, if you will, for Wichita, but doesn't do much when you're down by a ton.
Yeah.
Again, this is 2 goals in a couple minutes just with picking up your intensity level, though. Can you continue to play? Can you work through this? I think you found your 6th attacker. You just didn't find your 6th attacker shape.
Right. And then that goal from Colin, that's old 3-point range right there.
Yeah.
That was from a fair bit of distance, Good slow shot to the corner.
Keeper screened, of course, not naturally a goalkeeper anyway, Ivan Martinez, but screened and just didn't see that thing until the last second. Not sure what he would have done anyway. It's driven low and side net just inside that far post. Juan Zamora pressuring. Fabio pressuring. Wichita wins it back, 8 seconds left. Can Wichita get one more here at the end? Touch, play, Fabio over the top, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be a clearance from RGV. And that'll be it for the night. This game ends 13-9 to the unbeaten and undefeated RGV Barracudas, who come in and look, I wouldn't say shock. I think they came in as the favorite. They were unbeaten. They were beating Wichita in every statistical category, including goals against, keeper save percentage. But at the end of the day, this, coming into this environment in a historic indoor soccer environment like what the Wichita Wings have done over the last, 44 years, it's certainly a difficult place to play, and thousands of people showed up to support their team. Kudos to RGV for coming in and getting the job done.
Right, and they didn't come in and sit in. Some teams when they go on the road, they'll just sit back and let the game come to them. RGV wasn't like that. They came out and pressed from the very first minute and looked really good doing it. So yeah, like you said, credit to RGV for their attitude in which they came to play this game.
Yeah, they did well, and they're over here engaging the fans, saying hi, trying to take a picture. It was good. Obviously, the Wichita Wings a little upset with not getting a result here at home. This game was billed to be high-scoring, shootout, guys flying around, and a lot of intensity. We did get that out of the players. Unfortunately, the Wings come up now with their second loss and reeling to find a potential top seed even in the conference. So now the Wichita Wings have to go on the road. What's next for Wichita is a trip to off next week, a trip to Albuquerque and Amarillo in back-to-back days. So difficult. The Albuquerque's first, New Mexico, that's in Rio, in fact, which is the New Mexico Runners. Then they'll stop on the way home in Amarillo and play against the Bombers. After that match, the following week, a 4-day road trip to California where they face the Ontario Fury and the San Diego Sockers, and that's how they finish out the season. Look, the boys got 4 difficult games in front of them, and very much need to recoup right now and use this week to get back at it because they got 4 tough road games ahead of you.
Yeah, 4 big road games, and then with the situation they're in right now, those have to be. They're going to have to be wins on the road, and it's tough to play on the road. So yeah, like I said, they got the week off, so it gives them a week to prepare and get themselves ready for those big road trips.
Oddly enough, RGV, who comes out of here with their 5th straight victory on the season, goes on the road tomorrow to Amarillo in a difficult task. As weird as this sounds, is the Wings are now rooting for RGV to go handle business against Amarillo because they're in different conferences. We also need RGV. The RGV needs Wichita to go handle business in California in their Western Conference. So now Wichita gets those out-of-conference games in California. RGV's hoping that they can keep the San Diego Sockers and Ontario Fury in the cellar. Meanwhile, Wichita trying to stay. Those 2 games that they had in hand and victories against the Omaha Kings now are a huge part of this because Omaha with a couple losses, Wichita with a couple losses, but Wichita holding the 2 head-to-head.
Head-to-head, right.
But we'll see how this shakes out, and as always, we'll be back with you, hoping that Wichita has an opportunity to get into the postseason and certainly host a playoff game. If they can't host a playoff, and hopefully they're not bringing players onto the field down there, they are. Somebody just told them back up. If Wichita can hold on to that, obviously there's more to the playoff structure than just simply being a top seed or making it. The league wants to see playoff quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals hosted in proper venues.
Right.
So Wichita, based on what we just showed tonight, look, we're open for business out here.
Right.
If you can start putting 3,000 plus in the stands, this is that environment that they want. We had it last year, but a lot of these teams still struggling to come back from COVID, get into their arena dates, things like that. So you're looking at Amarillo, the Amarillo Civic Center. You obviously got in Rio, which we go to both of those. Rio, New Mexico Runners do a great job of production and have a good facility there in their arena. And then Muskegon Risers, should they sneak into the postseason or bid to host a final, the very good atmosphere in Muskegon. They do a great job there with their production and another opportunity. So Wichita just needs to keep plugging and try to make their way in, and we'll worry about all that as we go. But
they just got to take care of business. Take care of the business that's in front of them right now, and that's to go on the road and get some W's.
Well, for on behalf of the Wichita Wings, the Orange Army, and all Wings fans out there, we appreciate all of you for tuning in. If you're not a Wings fan, hopefully we can persuade you to keep following the team and following this league. Like LeBaron said, it's a great game. It's difficult not to love the indoor game, so much action, and we're humbled to be able to be calling these games from such a great indoor soccer environment here in Wichita. So we're going to sign out for this evening. Thanks again, Wings fans. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.